Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to what sadly is another preview because the football is coming quick and fast, and I really don't need it right now, especially with the newest injury news. But we're going to delve into everything regarding Arsenal versus Chelsea. We're also going to talk about the latest news surrounding Chelsea in the last 24 hours. Obviously, the Thiago Silva news, some stuff about Tuchel that I don't really believe. Also, a whole load of waffle about our owners following the Arsenal All or Nothing documentary and using that as their basis for Pochettino, which I'll be so real. Our owners are dopey as hell. Even I don't believe that. Even I don't believe that. And that's come from Ben Jacobs, who respectfully has already been proven to be waffling in certain occasions. So I'm not believing that crap. So forget about that stuff immediately. We have bigger problems than the All or Nothing documentary. But big up to everybody. Hit the like button, subscribe. Lee's going to be over in a little bit as well. We're going to send the link out to the panel in about 35. And yeah, big up to everybody. First off, I want to shout out my guests. Big up to Northside. Appreciate you hopping on as well, bro. How is everything? How you been, bro?
All right. Wasn't impressed with our win against Wolves. I think we're still rattled. It's come just on time. This is time of the year that normally Arsenal get very rattled and start dropping stinker performances. But we got the job done against Wolves, but we played rubbish. And the games before that, we just been losing. So I'm not very confident. I can't lie. I'm not confident in this team to get over the line to win the league. So for me, season's done.
So you didn't take anything from that Wolves game because I didn't catch it. I was on the way back from Wembley. So how did the game go? Because I saw you guys won 2-0, 2 goals at the end of each half, but not convincing, I'm guessing.
Bro, 95% of the team dropped the stinker, bro. 95% of the team dropped the stinker. We were so poor. He dropped Kai Havertz back into the midfield. I don't know why. We were carrying him for 19 games at the start of the season when he was playing in the midfield. He dropped a stinker. Declan Rice is dropping poor performance after poor performance. I don't understand this bias why he got man of the match. He was trash. Gabriel almost scored an own goal. So he's continuing his bad form from Europe and his bad performance against Aston Villa alongside the rest of them. Kivior was absolutely doing nothing, getting cooked. It was just poor. Saka dropped another stinker. Jesus missing chances. Trossard scored a decent goal, to be fair. That's probably the only highlight. Other than that, Odegaard got a little meaty goal. He's been all right. Out of a bad bunch. Bro, we've been poor, man. We have been poor. Since
Really?
Aston Villa beat us, we've been rocked. Aston Villa, Bayern Munich, I'm telling you, against a better opposition against Wolves, we don't even get back into that team. They hit the post. We got a couple of warning signs. It's trash, bro.
I know you say a better team, but I mean, Wolves also done us both home and away. So I can't even try and talk down on them like that. But I mean, you telling me that so many individuals had a bad performance is kind of giving me a little bit of hope. A little bit. I'm surprised I heard that Havertz had a bad performance because I saw Arsenal fans getting gassed about, oh, he was involved in both goals. He's an inverted 8. That's the new word I heard. Like a centre midfielder isn't already inverted because he's literally playing in the centre. But I'm not surprised that you have to deal with Arsenal fans trying to change the rules of football just to prop him. We've had that for 3 years. But one question on him as well. Has he improved in the last month or two? Even if it is just March Havertz that we've been trying to say for the last couple months. What's your thoughts been on him since the last time we played you?
You were spot on when you said he'll go for a little purple patch and then he'll die again. That's exactly what he did. He had a couple of games where I wasn't grilling him because he was making the right runs and Odegaard wasn't finding him. And I said, well, it's not his fault that Odegaard isn't releasing the ball to him. He's actually getting in good positions and making decent runs. Then Odegaard started finding him again, and he's missing chances in front of goal. It's like, bro, this guy, he's dead, bro. He's a dead baller. He's a dead baller. I don't care what no one says. People are saying that he's doing better. He couldn't do any worse of what he was doing at the start of the season. We were carrying him for 19 games. I mean, you can only go up from there. if you're not affecting the game and not scoring, not assisting for 19 games, there's only up from there. You've hit rock bottom.
I genuinely don't think I've seen a player with lower expectations. But the thing is, I thought it would change going to Arsenal. Because at least with Chelsea, as much as I don't get it, as much as I don't agree with it, I could understand that, okay, you scored the winning goal in the Champions League and Club World Cup final. You guys are just sucking him off based off that. I don't agree with it, but I understand with football fans, you're going to have that sort of emotional attachment to certain players. Arsenal, no. He's come from a rival. He's overpriced already in terms of both wages and the transfer fee. And yet they're still making excuse after excuse. I'm hearing he's an inverted 8. I've heard he's a deep lying centre forward. What the hell even is that? I've seen people propping him, bringing a Nintendo Switch to Bayern Munich. All like it's ridiculous how he gets treated like a Make-A-Wish kid, but it's more shocking with your fan base that you're still giving him the same treatment, even though he's basically only known for what he did at Chelsea, which is still very little. Very fucking little.
Lewis, this guy gets more protection than Giroud. Yeah, a Giroud that scored in 2 seasons, scored 16 goals.
Was he even protected with you guys?
Bro, they didn't protect Giroud the way they're protecting Havertz. Giroud was deemed not good enough. Giroud's 10 times the player that this guy is. 10 times the player of Havertz. Yeah, and yet they disrespected Giroud. He's not good enough. He doesn't score enough goals. Well, Giroud scoring 16 league goals a season for Arsenal ain't good enough. How is this guy good enough with 9 goals?
He just gets scapegoated because of 2 things. That Monaco game where he missed like 3-4 chances, and the end of 15-16 where they literally blame him for you guys falling out the title race, even though you guys lost to like a Man United side with an average age of like 16 at the time. Then you lost to Swansea. You lost home and away to a mid-table Chelsea team. And like I think Giroud had more GNA in the second half of the season than Ozil did. And everyone was propping him up to the hills. But again, it's just football and their scapegoats. Football and their scapegoats. This time for us is Madueke. Because I'm sure you saw the incident. Well, incident. I don't even call it an incident. Just him laughing with Grealish after the game. I've already said, like, from the start, I don't care too much about it. I'm more annoyed that he played like crap. That's my bigger issue. You dropped a 0 out of 10 straight after all that BS for the penalty. Everything else past that, like, I really don't care. I really don't care. Just pattern up for the next match because, sadly, I think we're probably going to have to go with Noni and Sterling on either side now because the injury list has dropped again. And we've spawned some more injuries. This time, it's our 2 best players. Palmer, potentially out. Sounds like he's got a cold, which is a little bit ironic with the whole cold Palmer jokes and everything. And Gusto does sound like he's out for the game, which means I've got to deal with Disasi at right back. I'm probably going to have to deal with Palmer at 50% because we're probably just going to throw him into that game anyway and just pray because that's literally been our entire season. Any little hope I had for this game, I can't lie, it's gone. But Northside, how are you feeling going into the game anyway, before or after you heard the injury news?
Before I heard the injury news, I saw you guys' game versus Man City. Poor, wasteful. It was there for the taking, and you guys didn't put them to the sword. A game I think you created enough opportunities. And just off of that, even before I heard the injuries, I'm like, we already know that Chelsea aren't the Chelsea of old. But seeing that performance and thinking, come on, man, like how many opportunities was given to Jackson? And he's just missing opportunity after opportunity. How many times was Cole Palmer giving the ball through to Caicedo on the counter and he can't even control the ball? Yeah, I know he's not an attacking player, but you can still at least hold up the ball. At least pass the ball to somebody else that can do something with it. The basics. I'm not asking him to slap it top bins. And it was just like chance after chance. I mean, and that was with a Cole Palmer that was completely locked off. I think Akanji did a very good job on him. Their midfield, Man City's midfield, kept Palmer quite quiet. But even then, he was still influential to everything you were doing going forward. And yet you didn't capitalize on those opportunities. So, yeah, and then your manager having favourites. I mean, Arteta's got favourites. Playing Gallagher on the wing just didn't make any sense when before the game, we both said wouldn't really change that much of the team lineup when you slapped up Everton. didn't really change too much. But he wanted to play Madueke on the wing when it worked a lot better with Madueke and Mudryk on the wing, and Cole Palmer in the Enzo position. So I think your manager's going to cost you the game, but I also think your players as well, they're just not clinical enough, man. Not clinical enough. So listen, that's why I was confident. It's hard to be confident. Look, as a team, we're better than you, but at the same time, my manager does stupid things the same way Poch does stupid things. Like Arteta keeps tinkering with a team that was winning. Your manager's tinkering with a system or a team lineup that was winning. So I don't know, man. It's all over the place.
I'm kind of expecting you lot to tinker a little bit as well, because like we're both going to go into this game with tired legs, but you guys are going to be way worse than we are. This is your third game in a week now. This is our second. The only thing that kind of levels the playing field a bit is that we both played on Saturday. Even then, you kind of had to travel back, but you travel back from Wolves. Again, not really that deep, but like I'm guessing you're expecting to see some rotation for this game.
Just play our strongest lineup. Play our strongest lineup. Play our strongest lineup, and I think that we can still beat you. Like I said, I still expect Arsenal to beat you guys. But yeah, if we're complacent the way that we were playing against Wolves, then no. I mean, I think some Chelsea fans are going to look at it and say, "Oh well, look at where Arsenal are. Look at where where we are in the league, etc., etc." The thing is, look at how we performed against Aston Villa. Look at how we performed against Wolves. If you didn't watch the game, I watched the game. There's two versions of Arsenal. There's the Arsenal that play well, and then there's the Arsenal where he wants to put in Zinchenko to get cooked on the left-hand side. When he's putting Havertz in the middle. When he's playing Jesus that's out of form up front. You know what I'm saying? And these kind of situations can get us in an issue. Playing Saka that's out of form, he should be dropped. These kind of decisions will eventually cost us points. Yeah, and if people think, oh, well, Arsenal should be beating Chelsea because of where Arsenal was. Well, Arsenal should have beat Nottingham Forest last season, but we lost 1-0. It's mentality. It's not always about who's the better team. It's mentality. And the thing is, with my team, I'm seeing a drop-off once again in mentality, which is why I want this manager sacked, regardless of result. I want him gone.
The maddest thing is, like, I don't think our mentality is the best either. Like, we have a massive habit of bottling games, especially late on. Which is why I'm thinking for you guys, it might actually be better for you to like rotate more at the start and then bring your best players on towards the end of the match. If you guys haven't got it killed off by then, you probably will get a late goal in this one.
I'd rather just kill you guys off straight away, to be honest with you. Like you know, like
bad, I hear it.
Like at the start of the season, Lewis, yeah, they were telling me, "Oh, we're playing controlled football. We're playing the new system, controlled football." That didn't serve us well. We were looking shaky. Certain games we could have lost. We were drawing certain games that we should have won. This team plays its best when they go for the attack, and then they use attack as the best form of defense. When we sit back and allow teams to attack us, that's not the best Arsenal. And at times I worry because I don't think we've got the players to play like that convincingly, game in, game out. I'd rather just put you guys to the sword in the first half, and then in the second half, see if you can score a couple more goals. If we sit back, that's going to invite pressure. And there's certain individuals right now that are not in form. Rice right now, he's had so many bad performances. In the last 3 performances, he's down there with the worst performances with our centre backs and our left back. So defensively right now, we're not that solid. Go for it. Put the pressure on you lot. Make you make mistakes, and that's the way I want us to set up, bro. I don't want us to kick back. We've got a lot of players that are out of form, and a lot of them are defense.
But I would say though, that's the best way for you to play against a Poch side. Like, we absolutely despise the deep block. We look clueless. For the most part, we look clueless. Like, we'll just pass the ball around sideways and backwards and try and figure things out. And I look at the players that we have too. Like, we're going to have Caicedo literally trying not to get a yellow, because if he gets a yellow, he's missing his next 2 games. Enzo's playing on a hernia. We've got Palmer, who's going to be playing with part illness, if he even does play. We've got no right back. Probably going to have to see Disasi playing right back. Who else? We got one left back. I think we got two free centre backs at the very least. But for the most part, we just look like a mess. And then I haven't even spoke about the manager. I haven't even spoke about the owners and the directors and everything else. This is just the players on the pitch. It's a mess, man. Shout out Lee Gunner for the raid. Big up to
Big
Lee.
up,
Probably going to see him in a minute or two. Big up to the Rat Army rolling in.
big up.
Um, Thoughts on Chelsea this season in general, though, like, especially over the last month, because we have an unbeaten run, like the worst unbeaten run I've ever seen in my life. But we have an unbeaten run. We haven't lost a league game in about 8 matches. Yay! We've included draws to Sheffield United and Burnley in that too, because we have absolutely no shame over here.
I think a lot of the problems with Chelsea are problems I also have with my club. And people may think, oh, but Arsenal are higher up in the table. That's not the point I'm trying to get at. There's too much favoritism in your team. Yeah. There's too much favoritism. Sterling playing so many games instead of being made accountable for his poor performances. He's a favorite that a lot of time had way too many games that should have been dropped. Gallagher, another favorite, has to play. Don't understand why. Don't understand why he's a favorite. He hasn't earned that right. I think, listen, defensively, you've been all over the place. Let's be real. There's so many defenders that have been poor. Jackson, the overhyping of Jackson as if he's your savior has been poor. The management of your team and the lack of recruitment in certain areas. Jackson should have never been your number one striker. You should have been learning under somebody in worst case scenario. You should have got another centre back. You should have got another left back instead of this whole hype with Chilwell and Cucurella. They're both not good enough. If we're going to be completely honest, if Chelsea are going to get back to the top, Gallagher should have been at most an understudy for someone. He's not good enough to be relied upon. And yeah, I think Madueke deserves a lot more minutes than what he was getting at the start of the campaign. I think now he's getting more minutes. I'm not saying he's the be all and end all, but Madueke always looks dangerous when you bring him on. He looks like
he's direct.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And even Mudryk, I mean, to be fair, Mudryk has picked it up a little bit more compared to before. But I just think there's too much favoritism in terms of your managerial selection. The team's too young and you should have mixed it up with some experience. So yeah, man, I just think it's a combination of all those things.
Yeah, I agree. Like, as much as people like to say I only blame Pochettino for everything, no, like, he's been one of my biggest gripes this season. We have acknowledged that there's been a lot of problems in terms of individual mistakes. The recruitment, even though, like, I understand we had to clear out players, it would have been nice to bring in a little bit of experience as well. And I think now we're at the point where I can't be seeing any more youth players coming in, not unless they've already proven themselves. Like, we need to be looking at players that have been here before, players that have gone to the top before, players that have experience to bring into the rest of the squad, especially now with the news that Thiago Silva's leaving. Even though we've known that for a couple months now, and it's now just been confirmed today. Now it just means, okay, I need another experienced head. Because I spoke about this with Rants too, but there's experience, but there's also good and bad experience. The experience that we have is Sterling, who is very selfish and has zero consistency in this game. Ben Chilwell, who is just absolute garbage. I'm sick of seeing Ben Chilwell play football. And also, well, I say sick of seeing him play football. I barely see him play football because he can't stay fit. But yeah, this is my vice captain. This is the guy that gets given the favoritism because he won us the Champions League and all of that. And also because he's a road runner, similar to Gallagher, who's again loved by Pochettino because he is a road runner and that fits his style of play. Just endless running. He even said with Palmer, like, Palmer needs to do more running. Brother has 30 goals and assists in this mess of a Chelsea team. Like, no, you need to do more running, mate. You need to do more running. How about we have better tactics instead of Palmer and pray? That would be nice. That would be nice. But recruitment's got to hold it. Board's got to hold it. Owners have still kept this guy in charge. And I don't even know if we're getting rid of Poch. Like, the more we get to the end of the season, the more worried I think that he's actually still going to be here. Amorim's potentially leaning towards West Ham, which means Liverpool got to look for another manager. Bayern are looking for another manager, and Nagelsmann's come off because he's re-signed with Germany. I don't know if we're going to get another coach. I think we're going to be stuck with this terrorist next season. And I don't know if I can deal with it. Now, obviously, we're still going to be here. I'm not one of those guys who's like, I'm going to go support another club if Poch is here next season. No. But I can't take another season of this absolute wallad. I can't. I can't take another season of his contradictory press conferences. I say the set pieces, but we're bringing in a set piece coach. Thank the Lord, who might actually look a little bit competent. Although that's another reason why I'm not worried. Why I'm worried about facing you guys too, because you guys are set piece kings. Us, we're set piece scrubs. That's what we are. We love conceding off the set piece. Goals off a set piece, we only see that if Thiago Silva's playing. And there's rarely anything else. So like we're an absolute mess from top to bottom. But big up to Highbreeze Local Badger. What a name. What a name. Saying big up Northside and Carefree Lewis. Legends. Speaking of legends, do have to shout out Thiago Silva as well, because the news did drop today that he is leaving. Although, again, we did know this for a couple weeks now. There was quotes saying that we didn't offer him a contract in general, which does kind of surprise me, because I wasn't really against Silva staying as depth. But the whole thing was that he couldn't be starting every week. But if we're willing to get rid of him that quickly, you had better be bringing in another experienced head, because from the looks of it, it didn't even look like Silva was demanding a lot of game time or demanding to be a main starter for us. It's just we never offered anything. Nothing was put on the table, and we're letting him leave for free. Big up to Lee Gunner, man. Appreciate the redirect. Hope you're good. What are you saying, my guy?
Sorry, man. 23 minutes late. Lateness is greatness. Nah, sorry, man. But we are here. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Looking forward to the game. Hopefully, we're putting proper Chelsea to the sword. And yeah, man. Hopefully 29 scores the winner, just to add salt to the wounds.
Oh, we don't need that. We don't need it. Even though it's more likely
the assist. Yeah, defense splitting pass from Jorginho, 29 running through, dinks the goalkeeper, wheels off, giving it all to that one. We will be there, guys.
Yo, I hope he does that if he scores, by the way. I've said, like, if Havertz scores and does the whole this to the Chelsea fans, I'm posting it on Twitter. And I'm going to say, all you lot who've been simping over Havertz for years, even when he's still in an Arsenal shirt, there you go. I hope you feel as stupid as you looked for the last 2 years. If you lot been backing that donkey for that.
Do you know what's funny is I actually rate it when a player scores against their former team and celebrates. They should do that. They're paid by them now. Yeah, none of this. He's got low respect for his. Get out of it, man. They're paying you 100 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand a week. Celebrate. Trossard did it to Brighton the other week. Yeah, Trossard was giving it all of that to Brighton the other week. So yeah,
was it to Brighton or was it to your end? Because like I'm there halfway. I don't mind players celebrating. If you're celebrating with your fans or your players, like, go for it. I think people are too sensitive where it's like you can't do anything. If you're celebrating in front of the fans, or if you're directing it towards your old fans, then I get it's a little bit disrespectful. But if you're celebrating in general, if you're just wheeling off to the away end and going to your fans, go for it. Go for it. I don't care. I really don't care too tough on that. Scott,
people get too sensitive with it though, man. Like, they're like, why is he celebrating? He used to play for us. Like, wait,
I remember when David Luiz scored against us, and he just went to the PSG fans, and everyone was fuming. Why? I'd be more fuming that they were a 10-man PSG and we couldn't bury them. And that's one of the best Chelsea teams that we've had in the last 20 years. We should have walked all the way to the final with that team. Got knocked down the last 16. I'm saying the fan base deserves a habit stagger. Some of these fans deserve it. They can hold that.
That's the donkey. You're a donkey.
Shout out to Sam. Big up. No, some of them deserve it, bro. Some of them deserve it. Leo. Not really. Like, I was a little bit, because this is your third game in a week. But now I'm looking at the injuries. Gusto's out. Palmer's potentially out, so he's got an illness, which means if we play, he's not going to be at 100%.
Yeah, he's got a backache.
Is there a backache?
Yeah, he's been carrying the season.
Yeah, walked into that one. Typical. But yeah, he's playing at 50%. That's my two best players. I've got Caicedo, who's just going to be trying not to get a yellow because he's going to miss his next 2 games. I've got Sterling probably starting, who I don't rate. Enzo's playing with a hernia. Gallagher's probably going to start. I'm going to have Disasi at right back. Like, I'll be so real. If you lot don't take 3 points from us, like, wrap the title up. even if it's not already wrapped up.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good. But listen, Tottenham, Chelsea even, and we've got Tottenham on Sunday. Chelsea are a weird team, man, because they play better against the better teams. So I don't know. This is going to be difficult. This is going to be very difficult. I just hope he gets the team right.
I feel like it's just Man City, really. Like even with maybe the Arsenal game too, but at least with City we played them three times to actually have that sort of idea with them. But with Liverpool, we had one good second half against them. We were terrible at Anfield, and we weren't the better team in the Carabao Cup final, regardless of what people say. We were only good in the last 20 minutes. Tottenham, that's the worst 4-1 win I've ever seen in my life. The worst win by 3 goals I've ever seen in my life.
The worst hat-trick.
Man United away, stink fest. One of the worst performances I've ever seen. Should have been a sackable offence by itself. Man United at home was just like 2 homeless people fighting. It was so idiotic, that game. I don't even really believe it to a certain point, but there's an opportunity for you guys to get a lot of goodwill back, especially after the way we got knocked down the FA Cup and the way this season's turned. If you leave with anything at the Emirates, the mood in the fan base is going to go up, because we are now fully on shameless vibes. For anyone who still believes that we can make it into Europe, fair play to you. I don't believe we have the consistency for it. I'm not believing in it until I see us in a European spot, because I don't remember the last time we've been in the European spot.
Don't worry, they're in the Champions League semi-final, 1-0 up against Barca.
Who?
The women's Chelsea team.
Oh, yeah. The only thing that's been saving this name for the last 5 years.
Yeah, man, they beat Barca 1-0 away the other night in the semi-final, first leg.
I think that's the first loss they've had in like 4 years at their ground or something like that. It was crazy.
Mad. But yeah, just support Chelsea women, mate. Yeah, it'd be better for your mental health going forward.
I have said for Villa away, I'm going to do a double watch along. I'm going to do the women's team and the men's team, because, like, you know what? At the end of nearly every season, I end up focusing more on them, because they're the ones that are actually the pride of London.
The Arsenal women's team has been pretty good over the years since the men's.
Yeah, you lot beat us in the Conti Cup final. Although I went to the women's game at the Bridge a few weeks ago and we smashed you lot 4-1. 4-1, 3-1, something like that. I don't know if it's home field advantage and if they're just not used to playing crowds of that size or anything, but seemed like a completely different Arsenal team when I saw you lot play in the final.
We were saving ourselves for the cup final to beat you in that.
Yeah, fairs to work out.
Yeah, that's mad. 5 years Barca hadn't lost at home, and Chelsea rocked up their 1-0 bosh, 1 foot in the final. Champions League final. What is it with Chelsea in Champions Leagues, man? Why can't we get one of these North side?
I don't know, man. I was telling Lewis, if we play the way we played against Wolves, they can get something out of the game, because we were trash against Wolves. Yeah. And I think that mentally we've been rocked. We've been rocked. Since we lost against Aston Villa, you can tell the pressure's getting to the boys. And a lot of Arsenal fans are getting giddy because we won against Wolves, yeah? But the pressure's still on to win the remaining games. And this team doesn't like pressure. Tell me a time we've got over the line with this manager when there's pressure. We haven't. So even in the cup games, even in the cup games where people think, oh, well, we don't really care about the Carabao or FA Cup, this team don't react well to pressure. Neither does this manager. And and I said to Lewis, your manager's making decisions that you don't like, the way he's using Gallagher, maybe Mudryk, Jackson, absolutely woeful against Man City. But then again, we're putting Havertz in the midfield. Yeah, he keeps any opportunity he gets. He wants to play Zinchenko on the left. Do you know what I mean? Saka's going to play regardless of form. You know what I mean? And it's just a mess. Rice is not being made to be accountable for his bad performances, because he has been poor in the last 3 games. Our centre backs have to play, whether they're in good form or not. Our centre backs play. They have to play every game. People talk about Saka. What about those centre backs? Because they're the ones that bottled it against Bayern Munich in the first leg. They're the ones that didn't mark Kimmich in the second leg against Bayern Munich. They got
credit in the bank. That's the thing.
But bro,
best defense in Europe tag.
Yeah, but this is the thing as well, right? I watched that El Clasico last night, and anyone who's listening to this for the 3rd time today, you're probably bored of me saying this. An elite gaffer took off Star Boy last night after he'd scored and set the second goal up to make it 2-2. Yeah, he starts giving it all of that, Vinny Jr., to Ancelotti, starts running his gums to Ancelotti because he got hooked off. Ancelotti grabbed him up by the arm, slyly, not a mad pull, just whispered in his ear. Next thing, you see the camera pans to Vinny Jr. about 30 seconds later. He's just sat there with his head down, like licking his wounds. Guess what? The sub they brought on, Hosselu, would have scored if Jude hadn't. Yeah, he dummied it and Jude banged it in. Yeah, last minute. Yeah, that's what an elite gaffer does. You can take your best players off, whether they're playing half decent or not, if the game needs something else. The problem we have, is we just leave them on. Yeah, and they get worse progressively. Yeah, Saka was awful at the weekend. He was awful against Bayern. Yeah, and he was awful against Aston Villa. Yeah, he'll play again. Yeah, he'll probably go and score a goal. Yeah, and everyone will get giddy. People keep banging on about his GA and that, yeah. Fair enough, you've got to score a penalty. How many penalties has he scored? Yeah, you've got to score it. And all that. I get it. Right? Trossard scored 4 goals less than him this season. 4. And he barely starts. Yeah, nobody's talking about Trossard. Yeah,
Trossard always seems to fly under the radar with you guys, even though he always gets key goals.
Yeah,
I've noticed that.
Yeah, because he's not a favourite. He's not a favourite, bro.
He's our best player. I keep telling everyone this, and they don't like hearing it. He's our best player, bro. Yeah, and the fact that he's gone under the radar with 14 goals, mate. Yeah, look at the way they were doing up prop for Martinelli last season with 15. Yeah, that's not 14 in the league. That's in all comps. Yeah, but I think he got 4 in the Champions League. Saved this manager an embarrassment at the Emirates by coming on off the bench and nicking an equaliser against Bayern. Yeah, Community Shield. Yeah, saved him again because he came off the bench and scored. Got us to penalties. You know what I'm saying? How many times has Trossard got to save this guy's career? Saved him an embarrassment at half time the other day. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that goal he scored the other day was sick. Yeah, otherwise we were going in at 0-0.
Really well taken here.
In the knockout stages in the Champions League, he's the one that's actually come clutch. And one of those games, he didn't even start. He come off the bench and scored. So it's crazy, bro. This guy's...
Even against us, he came on and got the equaliser.
You know what? Nowadays, as a footballer, if you've got the fan base on side, you'll go far. If you don't, then you're disposable. That's what it is.
As a Gallagher and Chilwell recipe right there.
That's exactly what it is as well, yeah. I watched that game, Lewis, at the weekend, against City. Right, Chilwell's trash. That guy is rubbish. There was a chance where he was breaking away down the left and Sterling was wide open. No City player near him. There you go. You've got the graphic. All he has to do is cross that ball now. Look, Sterling's got his arms up in the air. Is it Sterling?
Yeah, Sterling.
Yeah, he's got his arms up in the air, isn't he? He's saying, give me the ball, mate. Look, he's clean through.
And you know what he does? He goes wide. He starts running wider of the 18-yard box.
Yeah, pathetic. Absolutely brain-dead baller, bruv.
That's our experience, though. That's our vice.
You know where this place is, Northside? Woburn. You know where Woburn is, don't you? Yeah, he used to play for Woburn Lions. Yeah, that's literally around the corner from where I used to live. Yeah, he used to play for their team. He was probably better then. It's all been coached out of him now.
Well, the Leicester fans were warning us about this from years back, and I feel like we've just been learning the lesson the hard way ever since he got the ACL. Injuries have killed him, but half this fan base need to get over Ben Chilwell so fast. Brother is washed. Yeah, he's not good. Can't defend, can't attack.
His backup, brother, and he's trash as well. He looked good at Brighton. He's rubbish. What happened to it when he was?
He can at least pass. Like he can at least pass. He's decent in build-up play. Actually, pretty good defensively. His problem is he's got the bozo gene. He'll make a big mistake a lot. Yeah. Well, not a lot, but like once or twice a game, and it usually leads to a big chance or a goal. My problem is he's the one we're trying to sell instead of Chilwell.
But I'd rather cost you though, Lewis. Yeah, people were trying to come with the narrative that Gabriel, he's taken up the bozo gene this season. I never said that all season because I wanted to see a whole season to see if he's moved away from that. He's been costing us, bro.
Even then, I think compared to last season, he was a lot worse last season compared to now. And at least then, he had off-the-field issues that you could say were impacting it, and it was his first season. So I'm like, cool, benefit of the doubt. First year, it's not been great. We'll see what you're like this year. This time, he's a little bit better.
Games though, Lewis. In pivotal games, he's giving hospital passes, or he's flipping, almost scoring an own goal. Bro, the guy is a calamity, bro. Calamity. And those kind of players are going to cost you. We used to have David Luiz that used to do that. You remember David Luiz, Lewis?
David Luiz is like the OG bozo gene. Like if there was a picture next to that definition, it's David Luiz in a Chelsea shirt. Techie player, but he made a mistake a game. Big mistake.
Mate, it was him when we played Olympiacos. Arteta's first European games when he first came here. Yeah, Aubameyang scored. But yeah, it was Arteta. Aubameyang scored. We're winning the game. We're going through, right? Straight from kickoff, they get the ball. Yeah, straight from kickoff, they cross the ball in. David Luiz ducks and they equalise, knocks us out. Yeah, last kick. Oh no, it wasn't the last kick. Aubameyang missed a sitter. Yeah, missed a sitter. We kicked off, went straight at the other end, and Aubameyang missed a sitter. Yeah, but David Luiz ducked. Yeah, if Arsenal and Chelsea tweeted out that happy birthday, David Luiz today.
The Arsenal admin blocked me.
No,
you didn't know that? They blocked me after you guys got knocked out on Wednesday. One sec. I'll show you guys. Give me a little
they
sec.
Blocked you.
Yeah, the admin fully blocked me. I've
been trying to get blocked for years, mate. I blocked them in the end.
Here it is. So all I did was just say, just typical champions of Europe. You'll never sing that, and all of that. Just after you guys got knocked out, and also, what was it? This one, because they said Champions League journey to be proud of. I said something else after that. Boom, blocked.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Just like that, blocked.
That is.
Oh, take that. That's a badge of honor. Admin got rattled over a Giroud UCL pick. You can hold that.
Mate, that club's shameless. When we played Bayern Munich second leg, during the day, they tweeted out the video of us beating them 2-0 in the Allianz, yeah? In the second leg at their ground, yeah? In 2013. And I was like, we lost that. We got knocked out. Right? And we did. We got knocked out on aggregate, yeah? Guess who won the Champions League that year? Bayern Munich. So why the flipping hell are they tweeting that in the first place? Do you know what I mean? But most people won't know that Bayern won it in 2013. They won't even bother going to checking it. They're just going, oh, look, believe, we can do it. We've done it before. Yeah, it's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I can't believe they blocked you. That's funny, man.
It weren't just me. They blocked that CFC mod guy as well. There was a couple of Chelsea fans that got it. But you're a whole big admin and everything. You're getting rattled by a few tweets. Cool.
Right, that just goes to show they read it. Maybe I'll unblock them and start tweeting them more.
Yeah. Hey, see how long you last on that one. They might block you in the next few weeks.
Hopefully. Yeah, I've got them blocked.
Oh, you blocked them?
Yeah, I blocked them. I got fed up with trying to get blocked and it not happening.
So you know what? Fairs. That's the one positive. I don't have to see half their dumb tweets anymore.
Yeah.
So I'll take that.
Let's see if they've wished happy birthday. Rise to the challenge. Yeah, get out of here, idiots. Their Twitter page is mad, mate. Yeah, absolutely mad.
Did they wish David Luiz a happy birthday then?
I'm looking through it now. I'm 5 hours in, 5 hours deep.
5 hours? No, they tweet regularly.
7 hours. Yeah, they've tweeted loads. Arsenal versus Chelsea through the years, and it's showing Odegaard jumping and celebrating. Right next to it's a picture of Henry pulling his shirt like this. Why are you putting Odegaard in the same picture as Thierry Henry, you prats? Yeah, then they've done a whole thread. They've done a whole thread. Bro, they've done a whole thread on Arsenal goals or celebrations against Chelsea.
Celebrations?
Celebrations of goals against Chelsea. Sylvain Wiltord. Yeah.
They haven't picked one from a game you lost, did they?
I don't know, to be honest. Walcott. That's at the Emirates. That's not Wembley. The cup finals there. Here we go. This week for the Invincibles. This is how shameless our club is, Lewis. Yeah, right. Because it's the 20th anniversary of us not winning the league, right? They're doing this week in the Invincibles. Yeah, so they're going back to this particular week from 20 years ago to say what happened, and they've done that all season. Yeah, have shame, man. 20 years you're celebrating not winning a title. This year in the Invincibles, we beat Blackburn 1-0. Who cares? Win one now.
More and more emphasis on that too.
What happened with the Invincibles and where are we?
I
bet they won't do it then. Then it's a journey to be proud of again.
Did you see the picture? Do you see the picture of like all the English clubs talking about their exits from Europe? And it's like, we're out of the Europa League, out of the Champions League. Our run comes to an end. Then you have Arsenal saying, a Champions League journey to be proud of. We finally made the quarters for the first time in 14 years. Yay. What scares me is that might be where we're at if we get back into Champions League. Because
I quoted that tweet. Yeah, I quoted it. And I put, where is it? Where's this tweet? Here we go. Yeah, fuck off and find shame. Yeah, 2,500 likes on it. Yeah, 328 retweets. The amount of I quoted it straight after the game. Yeah, because this is my thing now. if we lose, I go, right, let's see what they've tweeted out. Should we have a guess, lads? Yeah, well, it's tough night in Munich. Heads up on to the next. Yeah. And I said to Matty and Ola, I said, before I share this to the whole world on my channel, yeah, I said, go and have a look at what they've tweeted. I said, they've gazumped it this time. Even people that do not like me or agree with me are in the comments on that saying, yeah, I agree with you, mate. Yeah, I don't like you, but I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, this is a disgrace. Mate, that tweet was a disgrace. But that's all. I know who runs it now. Somebody sent me the other day 4 people, yeah, who run.
Or admins.
Who do the market, one second. Yeah. The strategic online social media people. Yeah. All 4 of them are in this together, mate. Yeah. These are the ones conning the world. Yeah. It's pathetic. Here we go. Right. So this one's the main one. Social media strategy manager at Arsenal. His name's James Fremantle. Jody Sayer, head of brand and marketing at Arsenal, which includes social media.
Fremantle. I swear I've heard that name before.
Yeah, I've heard that name. That rang a bell when I heard
Fremantle Media. I think they've run a couple
I
fans.
think you could be right there, you know. Yeah, you could be right. I've definitely heard that name before. Yeah, this Jodie Sayer, past she was the head of sports at Puma, and she does social media. Nick Brumsack, what a name. Yeah,
what?
Freelance social lead and consultant, currently social media consultant at Arsenal. Samuel Gilbert, social media producer at Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, these are the ones that are finessing.
Yeah, Fremantle's a British TV production and distribution company.
Interesting.
Fremantle Limited. I'm sure they were involved in some fan channels. I've heard their name mixed with.
I've definitely heard that Fremantle before. I'm going to Google this guy.
It might have been that mix of like not Chelsea Fan TV. Which one's the old one? Chelsea Fans Channel and like whatever that old channel Adam McCullough was on. Whatever it was called. I can't remember for the life of me, but I think there was like a little group in there. I think they were all run by Fremantle Media.
Interesting. Very, very
so,
interesting.
Something to delve on, but I can't remember. I don't think it was involved with AFTV. I don't think it was that one.
Yeah, I'll have to do some digging on that, mate, for sure. Because yeah, this is what's going on in football now, Lewis. Yeah, this is what's going on at your football club. Yeah, getting a load of people that have run big companies or involved in big companies or know exactly how to do certain things and play on emotions and subconscious coercive tactics. Yeah, like it's mad. It is actually crazy, mate. Yeah, it is crazy. All the way around Wembley at the weekend.
Yeah, full-time Devils from Fremantle. They're saying Fremantle's fan channel. So that would have been full-time Devils, Chelsea fan channel, and
does it say
a couple of others?
Does it say if James Fremantle's on there?
I'm not sure. I'm just looking at an article from the head of sport at Fremantle Media, Neil Smythe. You're saying James Fremantle?
Mm. Mate, this is the thing though, yeah. All this subconscious, yeah. Trust the process. Nobody knows what that phrase actually means. Nobody knows what it means. Tell me what the process is, yeah, and I'll tell you whether I'm going to trust it. How about that?
Hey, I don't even know what our process is right now.
Yeah, but mate, this is what happened. I watched Savić channel, yeah, and he has a guy called Marcel. Goes to games, yeah, nice lad, yeah, very polite, blah blah blah. Have a shot every time he says process. Yeah, because if you keep saying the same thing over and over, you trust. Yeah, but it's part of the process, and the process takes time, and he needs his ingredients. Yeah, what? Since when? Yeah, since when did football go down this path, lads? Yeah, right. Of the player, the manager needs a whole squad. That's all it is. What happened to coaching?
Facts. I just looked at Glasner going into Palace, and they've already turned the corner. They just beat West Ham 5-2. He's only been there like a few weeks, a month. What process is he in? Iraola, Bournemouth. They went to Man United like 3-4 days after we went there and literally just spread our cheeks for United, pause. And then they won 3-0. 3-0. I was watching that game visibly angry on my watch. I'm like, this is Bournemouth. We went there and we should have lost 6-1. They are 3-0 up. I doubt they even remember the last time they won at United, if they've even won at United. And here we are. This manager's still in charge. Wolves, home and away. part of the process.
What phase is Xavi in at Barcelona or Xavi Alonso at Leverkusen? What phase are they in?
Emery, Ange, De Zerbi.
So I'm saying these managers, yeah, like they don't. And this is what winds me up as well, right? We're all of an age where I've said this earlier as well. We're all of an age where we see Wenger come to this league, yeah, against the best manager, Fergie, with the most money and the biggest squad, the best squad. Yeah. How comes Wenger done a double in 18 months then? How comes Wenger then went on to do another double? How comes Wenger did an invincible? How comes Wenger beat him to cup finals? Yeah, beat him in cup final. And then we see Jose come in for you lot after this lot had just done invincibles. Yeah. And did back-to-back against Fergie as well, by the way, and Wenger.
John Terry came out saying that team was just as good as the Invincibles today.
Wow.
Now, to be fair, I agree to some point.
To be fair, that team got more points, so he's probably right.
There was like more points, more wins. I think it was less draws, more goals scored, obviously less conceded as well. Got the Carabao Cup or Carling Cup at the time, and we went to a Champions League semi, which was it wasn't progress from the season before. But we also got knocked out by a ghost goal that probably shouldn't have counted.
Oh, yeah, the Liverpool game.
Yep.
Garcia,
and like I would have fancied us
Garcia.
against that Milan team. Even like with all the superstar names there, we could have 1-0'd that. We could have easily 1-0'd that. We wouldn't be 3-0 down.
I'm saying. All these people that are just bending over and saying, "Oh, okay, we can't win it until Pep leaves." What a load of rubbish! Yeah, how did you do that against us when we just got invincible and Fergie was still here with a great team as well? Yeah, do you know what I mean?
It was belief. Jose walked in, first press conference said, "I'm the special one."
Yep,
that's it.
Please, guys, do not call me arrogant. Yes, but I'm not one of the bottle. I think I'm the special one. I'm European champion.
It's iconic for a reason because he said all of that and he stood on business. I remember after the 2005 Carling Cup final, he was being questioned about his arrogance. He was like, "There's only two people who've won the Champions League here in England: Sir Alex Ferguson and who?" Interview just stood there, couldn't say anything. He was like, "Thank you," and just walked off. Walked off with his medal. The man who believes in his crap. He don't need a process. He needs players that he can believe in. And there was also a squad that I think had an average age of what, 25?
Mate, that squad that he had is younger than any squad Mikel Arteta's ever managed for Arsenal. He has all this young. Oh, it's a young squad, youngest squad in the league. Yeah, good one, mate. Jose's double winning team. Yeah, and back-to-back title winning team. Yeah, that team, them first 2 years, younger than the Arsenal squads Arteta's managed. Yeah, but this is the thing. These Arsenal fans don't like facts, bro. They love the loser story. Oh, look at us. We're the plucky losers. We can't compete with Pep. Yeah. Oh, but we're progressing. There is no progress in football unless you've won stuff. Yeah. Why do you think Chelsea are bigger than Arsenal? Trophies. Thank you.
European
Why do I think Arsenal are bigger than Chelsea? Because we've won more of them. But then we then start debating on, oh, but we've won in Europe. What have you won in Europe? Yeah, but we've won 13 league titles. What have you won? Yeah, and then you can start, but it all comes back to trophies, bro. Yeah, not fourth place. Oh, well, we finished second. We put the pressure on. Get out of here.
That's why when Poch came out and said, "Oh, yeah," and I'm going to send the link out to my panel as well in a little sec. So you guys wait and just big up, guys. I'll be over in a sec. But that's why when Poch came out and like, this is why I despise him sometimes because he's the most contradictory wallad going. He said, "Oh, it's not about getting to Wembley. It's about winning the trophy. Finals are there to win." I'm thinking, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I didn't expect that sort of backbone from you. Cool. We lose the final. Getting to Wembley is a massive achievement. What? At the start, at Chelsea, we have to win now. It's about winning right now, winning here and now. We will compete for the Premier League. We will compete for the FA Cup. We will compete for the Champions League. In December, mid-table is our reality. At the start of the campaign, he says, at Chelsea, it's not about patience. It's not about patience. We lose to Nottingham Forest on match day 3 and he plays 2 forwards. We need patience. We need time. We need patience. But hey, this is the process I'm meant to believe in.
Yeah, why don't none of these journalists call him out?
They barely do. Like the most they did was just try to talk about the whole penalty situation from a few weeks ago. Which I mean, I get it as well because like it did look embarrassing at the time, and it is the manager's fault too. But that's the only thing that they bring up. Like when everything else just gets ignored or he just waffles his way out of it because he'll just pretend he doesn't understand the question. English is his second language.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then he'll
look
just
at
waffle
that.
about injuries.
Disgracia, guys. Disgracia. Yeah, no, you said disgrace me. Oh, I meant disgracia. Yeah, which means something completely different.
Oh, is that what Arteta's been doing?
Yeah, he was on a charge for calling after the Newcastle game with the goal. Did it go out? Didn't it go out? Should it have been a foul on Gabriel and we lost 1-0, 0 shots on target? Yeah, and they're all crying about that goal. Right? He was then sitting there kicking off saying it's an absolute disgrace. Yeah, it's a disgrace, but the word disgracia doesn't mean disgrace in Spanish. Yeah, so he made out and got off on a technicality. Right, got off on a technicality. Yeah, on that FA charge. Yeah, he's been in the UK for 20 odd years. His English is pretty damn good.
Poch has been here for a decade. He had a translator and got past it.
Mad. It's crazy. Here we go.
But hey, this is all again part of the process. Big up to my guys. Big up to Dag, Scott, Matt. Big up my guys. How is the confidence levels with the new injuries?
Oh, I'm shooting it, man. Oh, mate, honestly, I've been chatting so much shit to Arsenal fans last week, mate. So we're going to go out there to ruin their party and that, mate. Honestly.
We're just going there to sing Where's the European Cup for 90 minutes and that's it, because we got nothing else to chant about.
We can't even do that. We overseas. We can't even do that. We just have to watch that shit in pain. Like, it ain't nothing we can do. We just gotta
the only good thing is, right? Oh, go on.
I'll just say I can't even lie. Like I'm done with the season, like fully done with the season. I'm now on my chaos mode. I kind of hope Arsenal pipe us 5-0. I can't even lie. This fan base deserve it.
Negative. Just back him. He's in phase one.
You've got back into the fan base wants to suffer mode.
No,
I hear it.
No, exactly, bro. I'm in chaos. I'm in chaos mode. This season's done. I'm in chaos mode. This fan base can hold that. Like I don't care.
No, I hear all of that. Is just
it takes 4 years to flop on a title charge.
The boys need you, man. They need your support. What if the players are watching this?
Yeah, if you can't see what he's doing, you can F off down to Craven Cottage.
F off down the cottage, mate.
They've had the entire season to give us any sort of like ounce of respect in order to support them.
Do you still think you win the league? Do you still think you win the league after Wolves?
I still think City, if I'm honest.
But apparently they played badly against Wolves. Like we didn't see because we're at Wembley,
well, they lost to them at the start of the season, didn't they? And as well, they got Tottenham, and they always struggle against Tottenham. It's only been this year's first time they beat them in like 4 or 5 years or something like that.
That's why you lot should rotate.
Hence why, if you're talking over football in the last 7 years, Tottenham's a bigger club than Arsenal, mush.
Where's their trophies?
That's a myth, but everyone knows that anyway. It evaporates at the end.
Wheel out the
like
Audi
West Ham's
Cup.
World Cup.
It evaporates at the end.
Like West Ham's World Cup in '61 doesn't exist. Oh, 66, I mean, fuck.
Yeah, and Leeds champions of Europe thing, which, by the way, that they ain't won the Champions League, have
Can't
they?
hear anyone.
No, they got to
Try to come out and back in.
Oh, I can now.
Yeah, Leeds got to the semi-final, lost to Valencia.
And that's why they chant champions of Europe. That's crazy. That's crazy. Big up to Luke Tucker saying, just remember, lads, 60 million in the bank. Havertz is fucking wank. Big up the panel. Hope you're good. Big up, my guys. Big up to Goyem saying, thoughts on Neville and Carragher deep-throating the boots of PGMOL on Sky. Hashtag agenda against Chelsea.
Yeah,
what did they say?
You gotta stop listening. You gotta stop listening to them boys. Listen, if you're gonna listen to them, listen to their podcast, not on Sky. Don't listen to them on Sky. When they're just chatting like a bunch of mates, not trying to talk about the state of football in today's world. Trust me, they're very entertaining. But when it comes to Sky, it's trash.
Why
I don't listen to these pundits in general.
Why can't Nottingham Forest be kicking up a fuss like how they are, mate? 3 times, not once, not twice, 3 fucking times in one game.
And especially when the most damning part is they told him prior to. That's the most damning part.
And you know what?
If they mention it prior to, it's not that hard to switch it. It's not that fucking hard. That's what you have other refs for.
I'm telling you now as well, yeah. Ashley Cole done that against us, mate. Or Ashley Young done that against us, yeah. and then went and started doing all that stuff on Twitter the next day, I'd find out where he's living. I'd egg his house, mate. And like clean that up.
Oh, that is bad still. That is mad.
No, Ashley Young though, I rate the shithousery. Like you get, I don't get why they're talking to him about the decisions anyway. I don't care. If we've got the result, it is what it is. Hold that. As a player, I wouldn't give a crap.
Do you know what it is?
They're
It's
just
so
trying to get any
terrible.
sort of buzzwords they can out of him, and like he's just taken the opportunity to be a little shithouse. And because he's not really in favor with the Everton fans, I kind of get it. I get it. That will endear him to them a little bit more. They might start liking him a bit until they watch him play again for the next match. But in terms of Neville and Carragher, I don't listen to punditry anymore. Like I got enough YouTubers I can listen to and actually get real analysis. No agendas. Well, mostly no agendas, depending on the YouTuber. But you have more than enough there. You have more than enough there. I don't need to listen to a bunch of guys who can't swear, who can't speak from certain narratives, and they have to follow other narratives, which is why you see BS like Conor Gallagher getting praised on a weekly basis just to shit on the other two £100 million midfielders that we have and to make them look even worse than they've already made themselves look throughout the season. Big up to Yerps as well, saying if you care about this club, you'd want Poch to start getting piped because I'm hearing too much noise about him staying next season. Over to you, Arsenal. I can never want an Arsenal win. Never.
The thing is,
Never in my life.
what you said about the pundits and that, yeah. This is how you know it's washed. Yeah, Jermaine Jenas gave Kevin De Bruyne man of the match.
For one tackle.
Yeah, exactly. For what? What did he do? All I kept seeing him do was kick the ball out of play, yeah, trip over the ball, or pass it straight back to you. He was shocking. Yeah, he was absolutely shocking. But this is where we're going with sport. Yeah, that's Sky Sports. I've been saying it for years, yeah. Sky Sports, TNT, TalkSport, and the Premier League and the FA, they're all in it together, mate. Yeah, because they know if they can cause enough drama, yeah, it'll get more eyes on it. Yeah, VAR as well, they're all in it. Every week, everyone's waffling about VAR, taking it away from the accountability for their managers or their players. Yeah, but then the Premier, then the Sky Sports and all that, they sit there waffling. Oh, the top four race. What, you mean the third loser race? You know, the aim of the game is to win. Yeah, and most of these people that sit on there have won stuff. So why are they waffling about finishing fourth? Yeah, they should be raising the stand. Look at Luton Town. Yeah. Oh, it's look at you have to walk through back gardens to get in the away end. They're shit. Yeah, they've conceded 75 goals this season, and look at the love fest for that manager and them players. They're crap. Yeah, don't ever want to see them in the league again. Anyway, run over. I'm going for a piss.
Yeah, don't worry.
So much power. Like, I really don't care. Like, when Arsenal fans get up in arms about ex-players talking about Arsenal, why are they careful? Especially if it's not even an ex-player from your club, from our club. Who cares?
Because they're emotionally attached, aren't they?
But why would I care? Like, if there's an ex-Chelsea legend, yeah, that speaks on my club, and I think it's wrong, he doesn't owe my club anything. He's not he's not an ex-player of ours. He's not an Arsenal fan. Do you know what I mean? So why would he have any loyalty? It's like they expect loyalty. Like Arsenal fans, what annoys me, they expect something or bias or loyalty from referees, pundits. You know what I mean? VAR. It's like, bro, they don't work for Arsenal Football Club. I really don't care. None of it rattles me. I don't care what they say on TalkSport or Sky Sports. I don't really care. I see the games. I watch the games. I got my own opinion.
I watch it with my clenched fist like this.
But when Arsenal fans kick up, they give them more of a voice. And these pundits get bigger because they see the traction that you're bringing them. If you don't care about what they got to say, you think they're disingenuous. I'm sure it happens to Chelsea. Don't watch them.
Yeah.
Don't watch them.
I think for me, the only thing that really rattled me was the blue £1 billion bottle job stuff they were saying after the final.
No, that was cold.
That was cold. No, here's the thing. Now, after the Sheffield United game, after the 10-man Burnley, after dropping that 2-0 lead to United,
it was cold.
Calm, you got us, Neville. Yeah. I remember I cooked him after we beat United, and then we drew to Sheffield United, and I was like, "Yeah, Neville, sorry, you were right. We're bottle jobs. We stink. We just absolutely stink." But that's where we are throughout the entire season. But like, look, I hear people talking about wanting wanting us to lose for Poch. I can never want Chelsea to lose. Never.
People need to realise, by the way, he's still going to be here next season. Like, he's still going to be here next season. We're going into next season with him as manager. Because every other option these men have looked at is going elsewhere. I hope you man realise that.
Bruv, if Palmer ain't there, we are fucked.
He's going to be there like 50%.
Nah,
Like you might literally have a cold. It's literally going to be cold Palmer.
But even though he'll be ill.
Cold Palmer,
He's not
literally.
playing anyway. So what's the point?
Yeah.
I think he'll be all right for tomorrow. I think he'll be all right.
I did see people trying to pull this. Well, I saw Pies tweet about Tuchel's very interested in either Chelsea or United, and I don't think anybody should fall for that. I feel like our name's just being thrown into the hat because, again, Tuchel, Chelsea, the fans will all lap up that shit because we all want Tuchel back.
You know, all right. I know that we sort of do, but at the same time, right. This is I love Tuchel more than everyone, but right, these are the facts and nothing but the facts. Yeah. He was struggling with us for the last 3 months. He's gone to Bayern Munich with a quality striker and arguably not the best defence, better than Arsenal's, obviously, but he's still like they're cooking, bruv. Do you know they're still a good team? For them to fucking lose, not even a tight title race, like maybe it's like, do you know what I mean? It was a blessing in disguise. Do you know what I mean? We love the fella. Now we can still love him.
No, not just. I hear it if you brought in the right manager after.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Tuchel's bread and butter. Tuchel's bread and butter.
What's the point of
bringing?
I was like, what's the point of bringing Tuchel in? Like, what's the aim there? Like, because for me, I'm like, this is the thing is, I'm only bringing guys like Tuchel, people talking about Mourinho. I'm only bringing these guys in if we're on the cusp of winning something. Because then these will be the guys that actually get you over the line. We ain't on the cusp of winning shit. Not with the team, not with the state of where we're at right now. So what is the point of bringing these guys in to have them have the same issues? Unless you're going to turn around and suddenly have like the best window you've had since you've been here, where you hit on everything. There's more chance of me like becoming a girl than that happening. Like, what's the point? We're not winning shit with him as manager because he isn't in a state to win something.
I can't hear the argument. I hear the argument to a point.
What is you lot project? Is it a youth project? What is the process? The project?
Nobody knows.
No idea.
Yeah, no one knows.
Right now, all I see the project is that we brought in a bunch of young players and we're trying to build a team for a few years' time.
Never going to work.
No.
It's already not working. It's already not working.
It's
funny
like
that you lot are doing the
Arsenal had the youngest team last year. Think, they're doing it right. You know what? We could probably do that better. Let's just try to get a bunch of kids in and see. And they done all right. Knowing that there's no experience. The reason why you done well last season was because of Xhaka. Xhaka was a big part of that, and I think that if you would have kept him for this season, I think you would probably been a bit better.
No. Don't be fooled by that Granit Xhaka season last season, mate. He played well. I'll give him his credit. He did play well. Yeah, but that wasn't the reason we did well. The reason we did well is because nobody, team-wise, forget fans and all that, because that's irrelevant. Yeah, but the actual teams we were playing against, nobody expected us to play football like that. So we took so many teams by surprise. Yeah, and then we had Martinelli flying. He's dropped off a cliff. Saka playing better than he has this season. Yeah, don't let the GA fool you. He's been crap. Martin Odegaard better last season than this season. Yeah, but that last season, and then obviously Jesus chipped in with double digits as well. Yeah, but this season, people have sussed us out a little bit. Yes, we're still top, but we're struggling to get over the line in some of these games. Whereas last season, we blitzed everyone 93%.
But did you not look at Saka and hoping that's going to be like a Son from last season? Because he said that he was injured last season, but low-key was injured. Came out this season and he's been good. Do you know what I mean? You're not hoping for a situation like that.
Saka will never get world class under this manager.
Yeah, because you're running him into the ground. It's like with Mount when we had him in 2021 and we were just playing him game in, game out, and we just ran him dry.
What Lee said there kind of reminds me, obviously to a lesser extent, because where we were with like Lampard's first season, where it's like we finished fourth because like no one we had Lampard and a bunch of kids, and like no one expected anything. Like if anyone says they expected top four, they're lying. They are lying if they expected top four and Lampard first season.
Yeah, see the teams who were playing up against, they were setting up, just going, "Oh, this is just a bunch of kids. Yeah, what are they going to do?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and you had a little bit of like you had the principles under Sarri of like the passing triangles and stuff that you copy, Whereas like the second season, they knew what they were going up against. They knew how badly we were defensively. And all of a sudden you got Lampard trying to coach his own way, like get rid of the Sarri stuff. That's why it went wrong. Like now teams know what you're going to do and know where your weaknesses are. Cool. So we're just going to cook you all the time.
Yeah, I think
but then Lampard said that team weren't good enough to win anything, and Tuchel came in, and in 4 months we won the UCL. What a process!
Six finals in 14 months.
Hey, I know this ain't too much Arsenal-Chelsea related, yeah, but hey, boys, fuck me. How upset are you Thiago's actually coming out saying he's leaving? Mate, I got a lump in my stomach.
Oh, has it been announced?
Mate,
Yeah.
Well, Fabrizio tweeted it an hour ago, but we kind of knew this.
We should be going signing him up straight away then. Even though I don't want any ex-Chelsea anymore. Go and get him as backup.
The last few games,
that's the thing. I wouldn't have minded him being depth.
No,
that I would have been fine with.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to see no more ex-Chelsea players, yeah? But he is fucking class, he is absolutely top class, mate. He could be a good backup for us, man, if one of our centre-backs gets injured and all that, like next season, just have him, and even just have him around the dressing room. Like, not as a mascot like El Neni, but somebody that's actually won everything.
But that's
true, though, isn't it, also? He's won it all. Yeah, and he's won it all over a long career, man. Yeah, when we've got these bums that we got from City, posing as like passion merchants and fake. Oh, come on, let's do a team huddle, guys. Yeah, jog on, mate. Yeah, and then that Bolivian striker posing as a Brazilian. Yeah, they ain't serial winners. This is a serial winner. You need them in your club.
Yeah, but then he'll stop Gabriel's progress, innit?
Possibly, yeah. That's a possible.
That's the thing. I would have kept him just for the mentality and because,
mate,
he gives.
Just so I can keep keep chanting with Bella Silva at the games, mate. I want to miss her so much, mate. And
just for Bell Silva, for fuck's sake. Sorry, Scott. What were you saying?
You know why I wouldn't keep him, and it's got apart from the age thing, it's got nothing to do with Silva. It's the fact that this manager, same as the manager last season, well, all of the managers we had last season, are going to do the same thing. This guy's going to be 40 come the end of September, and they're going to use him like a crutch, where he's going to be the guy that has to come in and fix everything if it ain't going well. He's going to be the guy that's going to play 40 games next season. The only reason he got dropped this season, is because of his wife. If his wife doesn't tweet what she tweets, he plays every single game he was dropped for.
What did his wife say?
His wife
changes needed. This is not Chelsea.
She said Bowley in.
No.
Let
me.
I'll
get
that's
out.
The thing is, like,
because she hasn't
the
deleted
perfect
it.
scenario.
She's got a tattoo.
The perfect scenario is everything Lee said, right?
She posted it online.
Here it is.
The perfect example, the perfect answer is everything Lee said. Is we use him next season. Like if he stays, he doesn't play a game unless you need him to come in for like a cup game or someone's injured. But he's there to help in the dressing room for the young guys, for the guys taking his place. I keep using this example, like Terry did on Conte. Outside of his last game where we clapped him off, I don't remember another game he played that season because he wasn't needed outside of the dressing room stuff. But our managers don't do that. They're going to play him every game when he's 40. That's what he needs to leave, because then this club and this manager, whoever is next, whether it's Poch or something else, is forced to find another way forward to stop playing him all the time. It's unfortunate and it sucks. We lose a big character and someone who could help in a number of ways, but then it just gives the manager an out.
But even then, that could easily come from the directors or the owners. Tell him he's here, but like you have to focus more on our younger defenders.
Yeah, but then that requires the manager to listen.
I hear it. You can go get the centre back from Inter. Was it Baresi? His name? You can go get him.
Tony.
Gustav Baresi. Baresi. Get him out of his wheelchair, Northside.
Thiago can switch wheelchairs.
Mate, it'd be better than most of this crap we're watching in the Premier League every week.
Yeah, well, listen, Saka keeps coming out with his mobility scooter, so yeah, there's a lot of players like that. You know what I mean?
The Limpsons.
Well, apparently, Pies was telling me that Bastoni was recently watched by Chelsea, but again, it's a monitoring thing. So I don't really think there's too much into it. Why would he join this mess from title winners Inter Milan or soon to be title?
I'll be real though, like contract too.
I'll be real though. It's not even that. Like we don't need another left side centre back. We need to play on the right. Our right centre back options are Chalobah and Disasi. who like half the fan base don't rate one of them and half the fan base don't rate the other one.
But Chalobah's going in the
think
summer
they're both
too.
all right. I just
Yeah.
think
So then it's
Lukaku's
just
been
the
a bit shit
stats.
recently.
Like,
Oh yeah, and Fofana. Well, I mean, if Fofana can figure himself
yeah,
out.
brother,
yeah.
Fofana
Who
can't
the
walk up a
fuck
flight
is
of
that
stairs.
guy?
Fofana can't walk up a flight of stairs without tearing every ligament in his knee. Like, can we wait until we can walk?
And
properly?
Ben Chilwell, he's got
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking-
you know,
his-
you're not wrong.
His muscles are like ribs, mate. They just fall off, mate, after sticking.
No,
them.
Chilwell. Like, we need to move on from Chilwell. He's fucking shit, and he's an injury crock. We don't need him.
Hey, it's
We've
mad
got a
that we
left
got
back
rid
you
of
can have.
Madsen for him. Bro, we
Who?
should have
Oh,
sold him to
Cry
right.
Merchant. Cry Merchant.
Zinchenko.
I mean, he's probably better than Chilwell.
Yeah.
But I still wouldn't take him.
He's better on the ball than
Made out of
Chilwell. He can't
paper
defend.
mache.
Yeah.
Well, they're both as good defensively then. Can Zinchenko? Well, is Zinchenko decent in attack?
Shevchenko, that little crybaby.
Shevchenko,
I
huh?
don't trust Zinchenko. No, I don't trust him, to be fair.
Yeah, Zinchenko would be good in attack. He's lightly said he can't defend shit, and he'd cry all the time.
Hey, better than Chilwell. Better than Chilwell. That'll be an upgrade
You
in
know,
our books.
Shevchenko is that kid at school when he lost the game. He'd go cry by the tree after the game.
Nah, he'd be the type that cries and his mum leaves him outside the gates at school. No, come back. Come back.
He needs his
Don't
comfort
go.
blanket.
Getting all
Where's
shady
my
at
teddy?
Grealish, mate, having a bit of banter. Goes and needs to sort it out, little whinge bag.
Big up to Daniel saying up the Chelsea. No excuse for Arsenal not to beat us tomorrow. I hear it, but I mean they should be the more fatigued team going into this game. Like, that's the only thing that gives me
these
hope.
Chelsea fans are trying to put on us, in it, Northside. Yeah, you should batter us tomorrow. You should win. You should beat us. Yeah, and then they'll come with all the smoke. Hey, you couldn't even beat the worst Chelsea team. Blah blah blah. We've seen the story before that.
You know,
To be fair, we won't be humble anyway, regardless if we lose or win.
Yeah. With the 3,000 Champions League balloons meant to be in the away end tomorrow.
Oh,
Sure.
I forgot about that.
I've got two right here.
Oh shit! I forgot about
That's like the only good thing. That's going to be the only good thing about tomorrow, as fucking Saka gets his hat trick of penalties, because we'll probably end up starting Chilwell because we'll do our own rotation. I don't think Lee. Do you expect a lot of rotation, or do you think it's going to be the same 11 again?
Who have we even got?
I think
Chilwell
I don't know, man.
And,
I think
No, not us. Go on, Lee.
Yeah, I think Partey are playing instead of Jorginho. I think it'd be Partey, Rice, Odegaard. He's more mobile in midfield than Jorginho, and he's got a pass on him as well, Thomas Partey. So yeah, I think he'll start. The back line. If I see that C-Tech Bart Simpson starting at left back tomorrow, mate, oh my god, my Mac might go off the patio. Yeah, I can't stand him. I called that from the earliest as well, yeah. And people were saying to us, in it, and also, no, well, he's part of the reason we're challenging because he inverts. Yeah, we've been calling it for the longest. Now they all want him gone.
You might play Timber though tomorrow though. Like if he plays well under the under-21s tonight.
Nah, no child. I don't want to see him play a game.
2 games in 2 days, just coming off an injury. Now,
You never know. He could be testing the waters out. Stick him under the 21s.
Again, it's 2 days. It's back-to-back
I was
games.
say that's one of them bullshit things Poch would be doing. Like he'd be playing him 2 days after playing him, and then he get injured again.
I don't want to see him play this season. Yeah, just let him
Hey,
chill.
Palmer, you're ill. Shuttle runs. There you go, mate.
Just let him chill. Apparently, Timber scored tonight in the under 23s or 21s, whatever.
They apparently scored in 9 minutes.
I wouldn't be
There you go.
surprised.
Our fan base have the wet floor signs out on Twitter now. Then make him start against Chelsea.
You never know. If he plays really well tonight, he might be on the bench for use tomorrow.
No, Matt. We're talking about a guy who's coming off. What is it? 8 months? Less than that, 6 months. Off an ACL.
ACL, yeah.
The whole season.
Bro,
You're going to make him play 2 games. You're going to make him play 2 games in 2 days.
He ain't shook of us.
No, first game of the season. Yeah, so no, not for me. Backline. I think he will play Zinchenko though. He'll play Zinchenko. Yeah. Midfield, he'll put Partey instead of Jorginho. Saka, we know starting whether he's in a wheelchair or not. They'll get the horse tranquilizer out, inject him. Yeah, pause, and off he goes again with another 3 out of 10. And up front, he'll play the German giraffe. We will be there for the winner, guys. We will be there. I might even celebrate that one.
I need that tranquilizer on Palmer so that he can get back and help.
Injection. Sorry,
different kind of injections for
The pain injections. What?
pain injections. There you go.
Enzo's taking all of those, bro.
And give that to Enzo. Palmer just needs some vitamins. That's
Nah.
it.
No, can we stop feeding these man like tranquilizers and injections? Can we
Yeah,
just
Palmer
let them
just
heal?
needs some sunlight. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Palmer will play. Yeah, apparently he's ill. Yeah, so they'll just have him in a sweatbox somewhere in a sauna. Yeah, just sweating all that crap out, man.
Yeah. Just like Harry Kane was gonna miss against Bayern Munich. Harry Kane, the goalkeeper, and all that. I don't believe any of this. He'll be all right. He'll be playing.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I really hope you're correct because that's my only hope. That's our two best players, and if they're not there, we're only going for vibes.
Nah, Cole will be fine. I don't know about Enzo.
But you know what? Maybe I'll make the rest of your team step up, though. Maybe I'll make the rest of them step up because they're all giving it all of this to take the penalty when the pressure was off. So maybe now they can step up. Because they like to imagine Palmer and then take the ball off of him. Oh, I want to take the penalty. It's my ball. It's my ball. Are they kids? You know what I'm saying?
What happens if we get a penalty tomorrow? That's going to be a Royal Rumble on the pitch. Maybe even Petrovic will get involved.
What's up with your strikers?
Jackson clotheslines midway key in the 43rd minute. Scenes.
Wait, what's up with Jackson's haircut as
the
well?
Undertaker comes out of nowhere.
I've seen that, to be fair. Every haircut he's got is similar to something Pogba's tried out.
There was talk in this fan base there, in this Chelsea fan base, that he was the baby Drogba. How's that going?
I'm gonna be so real. We've given every black striker in the last 5 years that tag. Tammy has been the black Drogba. Lukaku's been the black Drogba. Datro Fofana was another baby Drogba. Who else?
What about the 1v1 demon? 1v1 demon.
I've not heard the Jackson.
Show.
Remy.
No,
Remy didn't get Drogba shouts.
Yes, he did. That's why he did.
Yeah, he did.
That's why he did. All they needed was one goal. All they needed was one goal.
What about the 1v1 demon? What happened to him? You man gassed him up. I remember that.
Yeah, we were putting him up in the Saka debates.
Well, they've got a new 1v1 demon now, according to Don, mate. Don's been telling me all sorts about Madwakey. Yeah, he sent me the deadest compilation I've ever seen, and against us. Yeah, against us when he scored that day against us last season. Yeah, it's the deadest compilation I have ever seen in my life. All the guy done was pass it backwards and sideways. Yeah, or just run inverting into midfield away from everybody. Yeah, he didn't take his man on once. Yeah, I'm like, I put in the chat. I was like, bruv, that is the worst compilation. You're using that as prop. Yeah,
he was just our best player in that game, which didn't mean a thing. We lost 3-1. We were 3-0 down by half time.
He was the best player, but he weren't good. He weren't good. He ain't good.
Madueke is just direct, and like that is it. The end product is not really there. The decision making definitely isn't there. He's a great penalty taker. That's probably the only thing that he's got to a really high level. That's it.
That's rubbish,
it.
Bro. Most of these players you've bought are trash. Let's just be real with it. Who is Cassidy? If you want to come to my hotel. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here, bro?
Cassidy alone, he's got lovely eyes.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, this is your fan base sounds like ours. Yeah. Oh, but he's got lovely eyes, guys.
I know. Check the pic.
He's tall. He's tall. Yeah. That's why we brought him back, by the way. That's the only reason why we recorded him.
In midfield.
I see Chelsea fans. I can't remember. I think it was it a fashion show or something? And they had Saka there, Chilwell, and someone else. And your fan base was so zesty for Chilwell.
That vest. You should have been shot for that vest.
Yeah, mate. What is he doing?
He deserves.
He's part of that rainbow mob, mate.
I think I've seen that one. It was when we was with Dele Alli and Son, wasn't it?
He was wearing that vest, and it was freezing outside. Mush, what are you doing sitting outside in a vest like that, bruv?
Chelsea fans had the floor signs out. It was like, listen, it's a flood warning around here, mate. As soon as they see Chilwell in that vest, mate, oh my god. Right. What is wrong with these fans, man? This is why they're like the youth project. This is why they're backing the youth project, bruv. Yeah, they're zesty as hell, bruv. They love the youth.
They've been seeing all the stuff.
Bro, we've already seen it from last season. We had Pulisic stands, we had João Felix stands, we had Havertz stands, we had Mount stands. All these brothers just sexually attracted to these players. Like you say one thing about them, you get their simps all in their men. It's like, leave Chilwell alone, leave Havertz alone. He won us the Champions League.
Mount was
Havertz
the
has
one.
that aura about him, that presence, the intangibles of his game, and all
Bruv,
that
in the
bollocks.
moment,
Well,
Chelsea fans are just
apparently he's now
crappy
playing
Chelsea
as an
fans at the
inverted
moment.
8. That's the latest one. He's an inverted 8.
Yep, because an 8 isn't already inverted.
I was going to say, Lee, I love that about your fan base, by the way. They spent 2 months or 3 months trying to convince us that Chelsea had misprofiled Havertz for him now to play as striker. Like, please, where are these people? I need to find these people that told us that we were misprofiling Havertz.
Don't worry, man. They always disappear in it all sides, yeah? They're always a year or so behind us, or 4 months behind us, yeah, or 6 months behind us. They always come to their truth, the actual truth, which we say at the beginning, because there's a lot of finessing everyone. Yeah, eventually it all comes into line. Yeah, we called out Zinchenko first. We've been calling out 29 all season. Yeah, and March Havertz. Yeah, where is he then? Because it's now April, bro. He's supposed to deliver in April as well, not just March. Right, do you know what I'm saying?
Copying Bavsley. What they do at the end of the season, everything that we were called toxic and negative for, at the end of the season, they do a video. 5 things we've learnt from Arsenal. Really, 5 things. What? Every single thing that you called us toxic and negative for. All right then.
Yeah, now we need a striker, but earlier in the season, no, we're sharing the goals around.
We're sharing the
Yeah,
goals.
and then our manager comes out after Bayern Munich and says after Bayern Munich, oh, well, we haven't got a 30 or 40 goal a season striker. Well, maybe you should have bought one with a 600 million you spunked, mate. How about that?
That is another sackable offence in itself. Like, you're going for a new striker and a new midfielder. What did you waste 65 million pounds in this cost of living crisis on? Are you what?
Do you know how much he's getting paid an hour for every hour of the day for that 5-year
80
contract?
grand a week, 80 grand, is it?
No, an hour.
An hour. He is on 1,666 quid an hour for every single hour of the day for 5 years. And people want to get onto me. Oh, you're doing it for money? Excuse me. Yeah,
1,600 an hour.
Yeah, £1,666.66 an hour every hour, every day for 5 years.
This isn't life. Isn't fair. You know that life just ain't
280 a week. He's on.
Oh, is he 280?
He's our highest paid player.
Why can't I do fuck all every week and get that sort of money?
26 quid a minute then.
What? Oh,
He said 1,600 an hour.
Mad. £1,666.66 an hour
Fat,
every hour, even when he's sleeping.
He nearly has more money than you, Fats.
Man's whipping out Fortnite again.
That's crazy.
Mate, do you know what's bad as well? Yeah, we've got what's his name, Cedric Suarez. Yeah, sitting there on 80 grand a week. 80 grand, he don't play. Mohamed El Neni's on about 50. When was the last time he kicked a ball? Yeah, it's just vibes. Yeah, we've got a dog. Yeah, this is how that was a sackable offence as well, right? And this is why.
Jesus Christ.
Could be worse. We've got Malang Sarr on what 120, 100 grand a week training with the under 12s.
That's crazy.
We got
every month I get another reminder that Malang Sarr exists. Say for that.
It's like, bro, I thought he retired. I thought he was gone. Like, why is he still here?
Rah, you're still here, Fez.
Is that the one when Podge didn't know who he was? He was like, what?
Yeah.
Who? Yeah.
Yep. It's like one of the few times I've related to that piece of shit.
Do y'all remember why the explanation that people gave for signing him?
What was it?
It was because he was what was it? What was his agent? Wasn't it Mino? His agent was Mino at the time.
And the Haaland links.
It was
at the
Haaland.
time.
Yeah, we were supposed to sign Sarr and pay him $100K a week so that we could get the rights to Haaland, basically. And
I think it was a free transfer, which is why he was on those silly wages.
Yeah, it was.
The thing is, he was coming off like a couple of good seasons at Nice, like in Ligue 1, like being one of the better centre backs in that league. But yeah, it's gone horribly wrong. Which pay him 120 grand a week to be.
Yeah, but this is why when people start bending over, yeah, for players abroad that they don't watch, yeah, like Jokeris at Sporting, nobody fucking watches them. Nobody watches Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, only the teams that are only the fans that are Sporting watch them, and the teams fans that they're playing against. That's it. Nobody in this nobody who supports a Premier League team.
Are you forgetting about all them gamblers out there who've got the hackers on? They're watching it as well. Shout out to them brothers out there. I know you're living.
Even then, it's now just because he's the informed player.
Yeah, but real talk, yeah. This is what they do, right? They sit there, right? You're supposed to tell me, right, that these people are sitting there on a Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening, yeah, are going, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to tune in and watch Chavez versus Sporting. You're not. Real Madrid are playing Barca. Or this team are playing that team. Inter are playing tonight against AC. Like, you're not tuning in to watch Sporting Lisbon, bro. Yeah?
And only one guy that does that. Strasbourg Steve, and that's it.
Yeah, that's the only one I know.
Only one.
That's why I'll take everything Steve says as near gospel. Because you watch it.
I don't know how he does it. I said, how can you have 5 screens? He flipped the screen. He had 5 screens, bro. I was like, what?
And he still knows everything with nearly every individual player. Like, I struggle with 2 games like at the same time. And now you do 5 continuously.
Mad.
That's why I rate it. That's why for everyone who always asks why Steve's always on the channel, brother, he knows more about opposition. He knows more about players that we're linked with than anybody else. That brother's welcome on any time.
Atlanta, Liverpool. He was the only one that said Atlanta will beat them. He was the only one, bro. Got to give him his flower. Got to give him his props, bro. The guy is crazy. My girl's like,
all these players here, these top accounts gas up, right? Go against it. If they rate him, don't rate him. Even if you've never watched him yourself, don't rate him. Yeah, because they chat crap. Nico Williams is a bum. Yeah, that guy is crap, bro. Yeah, I watch La Liga every weekend. He is awful. Yeah, another one.
Really? Because we're linked with him as well.
Bro, everyone's linked to him. He's the next.
And I kind of like, I've heard good things about him as well. So like now you've watched him, I'm actually interested in your take.
Him every single week. Anyone in this chat that was watching my watch along the other day for Bilbao against Granada, he dropped a 2 out of 10. But because it's a fan vote, he won man of the match. He was awful. Bro, yesterday, yeah, it was Yamal got man of the match. Why? Best player on the pitch was Vasquez. Yeah, because it's a fan vote. That kid weren't good in the second half. He was good in the first half. He weren't great in the second half. Yeah, he was all right. Yeah, Vasquez was the best player on the pitch yesterday in that El Clasico. But it's a fan vote. Yeah, that Nico Williams is trash. He ain't even the best Williams, brother. Yeah, Naki Williams is better than him. Yeah, bro, he is the Spanish Doku. I'm not even blagging it. In fact, I called him I Show Speed, the Spanish I Show Speed. Yeah, I'm not even joking. He was awful in that game the other day. Yeah, awful. And every time I watch him, right, I see that idiot. What's his name? Eduardo Pagan. What a weird guy that guy is, bro. Yeah, with his account. He is a off-key, zesty. He's on the list, bro. When that list comes out, he's on it. Yeah, 100%. No, real talk. He's on it, bruv. He's definitely been to that island, I'm telling you.
And so is Todd Bowley, mate. Where do you think he's getting all our players? Where do you think all our 16-year-olds are going, mate?
Check this though, yeah. The Copa del Rey final against Mallorca, he dropped an absolute shitter in that final, and he got man of the match in that as well. And that pagan put out a clip of him doing some little skill in the box or on the edge of the box saying, "Oh, Nico Williams is having fun in the final." Yeah, I quoted it. I said, bruv, you ain't obviously watching it because he's dropping a fucking 3 out of 10. Yeah, he ended up getting man of the match.
Yeah, he's another one of them interactions merchants that you guys have. I'm not even surprised at that because he always tries to bait Chelsea fans every other day, and half the stuff he says isn't even relevant to where we are now.
Any player, because he's desperate to become a journalist. Yeah, just ignore him. You know, just any player that he tries to gas up. Yeah, nah, mate. Yeah, any of these people, any of these top accounts in any fan base, yeah, if they start hyping up and putting out the comps of a player, instantly you don't want them. Yeah, they're crap, bruv. Yeah, Dusan Vlahovic, another one. Yeah, all summer for 2 years. Oh, Dusan Vlahovic. Nobody watches fucking Juve every weekend. Stop waffling. Yeah, and if you do, guess what? You've seen him flop all year. Yeah, because guess what? You didn't watch. Where was he before Fiorentina? You don't watch him. Yeah, and they were gassing him up. What happened to that hipster left winger at Napoli? Where's he?
Kvaratskhelia.
Where's he gone? Another one.
I haven't heard his name in a while.
Where is he?
No, Lee, you're spot on. People don't know that Kvaratskhelia, the second half of last season, fell off a cliff. People don't know this, particularly in the title running. People don't know this because they don't watch.
Look at the striker, Osman. I've been calling him a bum for the longest, bruv. He is rubbish.
Okay, chill.
Nah, he is though. He is though. He couldn't score against Angola, man. Come on, man. He's trash. Bro.
He's just a lanky idiot, bruv. Huh? He's a lanky.
Bro, okay.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't watch it.
I hear it.
Come on, man. We had man from the market, bro, from the fish market and that, playing for the French in Angola, man. And you couldn't score. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
He can't be
I
paying
hear it.
120 million for him.
I do worry that Osimhen will flop in the Prem, and that's like partly why I don't want Chelsea to sign him, because he'll cost 100 mil, he'll flop. It's another Chelsea flop. I don't want that.
Then they'll want that all up front as well. Like, to me, with Tony out there for 40 million, just go for that.
The Tony thing is wild.
Rafael Leao.
Scrub.
Yo, they had him up for 150 million. That was already a red flag from that. But every time I've seen him, Reece James locked him up easily.
Bro, he scores the odd good goal. And this is the problem with these wingers, yeah? Right? Most of these wingers are crap. Yeah? They run quick. Yeah? They got a funky haircut. Yeah? And they get rated. 100 mil because he scored one goal where it worked. Yeah? And Doku, another one. Look at Doku's goal the other week. Not this weekend gone, the weekend before against, is it Luton?
Luton, yeah.
Wonderful goal. Bro, he's tried that 300 times this season. It's not come off until then. Yeah, he's rubbish.
Fam, who do you rate?
Who do I rate? I rate techie ballers, bro. Proper ballers. Pedro Neto, baller. Yeah, but he don't get the GA. Yeah. Cole Palmer, baller. Yeah, proper baller. Griezmann, baller. Still killing it. Yeah.
I rate Griezmann.
Savio, Girona was just signed for City. Baller. Yeah, he's better than 95% of the wingers in the Premier League.
Like, he's going to be
serious.
Yeah, Yan Couto, baller. Elise, baller. Eze, baller.
Elise,
yeah, proper footballers.
Elise so highly, mate. I think
Trossard, another baller.
Baller. But this is the thing. Look at the era I grew up in, yeah? And I'm supposed to rate these trash wingers like Brennan Johnson and Garnacho. Fucking do. Garnacho.
How old are you?
42 in June.
Shit.
No, thanks, mate.
Sorry,
that was the Kevin Hart scene right there. Damn.
What am I doing here? This is an ambush.
No, I'm 29, bro. I'm in the mud as well.
You're up there as well,
29, yeah? Well, I should have known. No, number 29.
Number 29, yeah. That's your nickname now. Number 29.
Yeah, number 29 from now on. It's true, though, man. Look at the wingers we grew up on, man. Like, I was seeing proper footballers like Zidane. Like, I'm like,
if you look at the players that even the Premier League in the early 2090s, mate, we had some. Look at the defenders back then as well, bro. Every team.
We could even fast forward it. Look at recently, yeah. You had Eden Hazard at your football club. We had Alexis Sanchez.
Alexis Sanchez, like him in 2014 was mustard. You know when he won the Copa del Rey. 2012 Sanchez.
All right, gentlemen. In no way, shape, or form am I disagreeing.
Robin.
Can I just say that the standards that we have set are quite outrageous. The players that are named are the definition of world class. So you can't expect every single generation to replicate that.
Let me use another example. Let me use another example because I heard this. Now, let me use another example. It came up when I was watching one of Rand's streams. I think it was a watch along he was doing. If Nani played in today's game, he'd be considered one of the best wingers in the world.
He wouldn't get a game. He wouldn't get a game.
I still remember him for nicking Ronaldo.
Nani was a decent winger. Was a good winger, but was a frustrating winger. He'd be if he played in the Premier League in this day and age. He'd be rated as one of the best wingers in the league.
Yeah, he would if he was playing how he played back then. But he wouldn't be allowed to play back then. Like now,
if David Luiz played in this day and age, he'd be the best centre back in the world or one of them.
Yeah. I'd back that 100%.
Yeah, but this is the thing with the wingers, yeah, because of the systems now, all these systems, players like Nani wouldn't thrive. They wouldn't get a game. Look at Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott is a baller. He is an absolute baller, that kid, yeah? Well, he ain't a kid. Yeah, but he's an absolute baller. Why don't he get a game for Klopp? Because he ain't got pace and power. Yeah, and then you get dead players, like that Ashley Cole's special-looking brother who scored yesterday, Gakpo, getting a game. Swear down. You got dead ballers like him getting a game over Harvey Elliott. Do me a favour. Yeah, Harvey Elliott needs to leave Liverpool ASAP. He's a top player, man. Yeah,
really, this is another example. Like all the individualism's been dragged out.
And this is why I see a clip doing the rounds on Twitter the other day, and it was Saka's first season. It was a little compilation, and he was running past players. He was getting in the butt. He was doing everything. Yeah, now, he skips up he does that little skip.
Offside, pick up, brother. Let's have you on. We'll redirect in a sec.
All players do that. How old do players get when they stop taking players on and look for the pass more?
Big up.
Say again.
How old do players get normally when they stop passing the ball forward and they just try to pass it back constantly? Like, do you know when Conor Gallagher always back in the day? If you look at his thing, always trying to drive the ball forward. Look at him now; he never wants to pass the ball forward.
No, but Gallagher's different. Like, it's not a player, it's not an age thing. It's like Lee said, it's a system thing. Like, he was doing that for like, but he was doing that for Palace because he had the
drive it forward. The younger kids, but then
you always see it get coached out.
It depends. Like. It all depends on the system. Like, if a lot of players that come through at City, they tend to have it all, like, almost beaten out of them just because Pep's system is very rigid.
Yeah.
That's like that. Even before, like you saw with Sane. Sane was like one of the best attackers they had, but he wasn't favoured because he was more of an individualist. Like, he liked to do like all the other stuff that your Sterling's wasn't doing.
I'll tell you who'll take
like, only recently he started to lighten up on it.
Viva Ross Barkley.
Yeah, Ross Barkley is a very good player. Yeah. See, this is the thing. When you see good players, they stand out. Bernardo Silva is one of the best players in the world. 100%. Yeah, why? Because he's so mad techie. Yeah, that Yamal at Barcelona, I watched him last season. I didn't really see the hype. Yeah, this season, he's easily one of the best players in that league. Easily. Yeah, he's 16, man. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Rudiger yesterday, what a shithouse, pushed him over. Yeah, literally just went move and threw him on the floor. I was like, bro, that's child abuse. Like, literally.
Chelsea fans were praising Mason Mount. No, this is what football's about.
I know, right?
You're a system player and you work hard. This is what football's about.
Yeah, but Prime, that's exactly the problem. Is like, and that's the problem is you get too many of those where it's like your Gallaghers, your Mounts, your fucking Roadrunners. Like, they'll just run.
Appreciate you. Everyone sub over to Lee's doing a Milan watch along in a couple minutes. So everybody head over there.
Proper manager, with 1 year left on his contract, win a title against his rivals tonight.
Inzaghi's got 1 year left. Oh, if we have any ball.
1 year left on his contract. Get that bastard to Arsenal right now.
Chelsea first, please. But I hear it. We both won our independence today.
If he wins tonight, he's champion, bro. Yeah, and I think
what the derby?
Yes, a derby against Milan. If he wins tonight, he wins the league.
And Inzaghi would suit Arsenal.
I'll take him at Arsenal in a heartbeat. But who could do better? Well, he can. He's won every club he's been at. He's managed Lazio on one stuff, and he's managed this lot on one stuff.
Why would Inzaghi go to Arsenal? Why would he go to Arsenal? Is what people say.
yeah, but that's what they say, isn't it, Prime? Do you know what I'm saying? So why would he go to Arsenal? But they make out we're the biggest club on the planet, so why wouldn't he? Yeah, we'll pay more, we'll get a bigger budget. Yeah, he won't be dictated to constantly. Yeah, by the ownership. Yeah, the reason Conte left there is because they wanted to sell Lukaku, wasn't it?
Yeah, Lukaku and
they stole the key for FFP. Like, are you close to the line, or do you not have a clue?
To be honest, this club is fucked with PR mates. I don't know what to believe half the time. Yeah, they make.
Yeah, that's how it is with Chelsea too, man. Like, you can't believe half the shit that they say online nowadays.
Yeah,
half the reporting is just
you're right.
It's just garbage.
I do actually think Arsenal will eventually be in more trouble with FFP than we will be. Because at least with Chelsea,
we've got a lot of players to sell, though. Like, we're going to give it a Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, but Lee,
still saying the Arsenal don't 4 or 5 years. They will be all right.
Yeah, but Lee,
I think
one at a time, guys.
Go on, Prime, go on, because I've got to go. This game's starting now.
No, go on, just Prime.
Yeah, Arsenal don't make a lot of money from player sales. We do.
True, but we've got Ramsdale that'll go for 30, 40 M's. Some idiot out there will buy Eddie and Nketiah for at least 20. Tierney will go for about 10.
They'll get players off their books, bro. Like, that's not. I just don't know how much they'll get for those players, like you've said. But the big thing that you got to know is that.
Let finish quick.
Okay, go for it. Sorry.
That's cool, man. No, I was just going to say the players we could get rid of. Yeah, I reckon we could get about 100 mil for. Yeah, now add our budget to that. I reckon we could do another 150, 160 this summer, easy. But listen, I've got to shoot, man. Big up for having me on, man. Big up to all
you, brother. Appreciate you hopping on.
And we're putting you in the bin tomorrow.
Probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's up, man.
He's sound.
Yeah, big up Lee, big up Northside. Everyone knows real G's. Sub if you haven't done so already, but I expect you guys all have already done it. I'd be surprised if anyone hasn't.
Yeah, those are my two favorite Arsenal fans in the game. So
Yeah, them two and Troops, real ones.
Yeah, Troops. Yeah.
Realest ones. Big up to Paul saying we played the same number of games as Arsenal in all competitions.
Viva Ross
That is
Barkley.
mad, but it kind of makes sense with how early they got knocked out of both domestic cups. So it kind of makes sense.
What I was
11.
saying is those owners, Prime, those owners that they have, they're like
Actually, no, it
as
doesn't.
stupid rich as freaking like as Bowley and Bowley crew. Like they're so goddamn rich. And like they'll always find, and they're smart too. They're like part owners of
Who,
Walmart.
you talking about the Cronkies?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are we talking about in terms of money? Because
It's you, Hassan.
Cronkies
Don't
got
worry.
bread,
It's
dog.
you. Big up.
That's what
brother.
I was saying. They got
That's
so
for
much
Ryan.
money, bro.
Yeah,
They
the
got so
Cronkies
much
got
money.
stupid
For
money.
Ryan.
They own
He's
like
lying still.
they own a football
Who's
team.
your
a
favorite
basketball
Chelsea
team.
fan?
They know what they're doing.
You know, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's where I was going with it. And that's exactly where I was going with it.
Shut up. Shut it, Prime. Shut it.
Of course, Ryan's your tag team partner. It makes sense he's your favorite.
Who's
Shut
your
it, Prime.
favourite Luton fan? The one who's on the VAR this weekend.
We're all Chelsea tomorrow, bro.
Patrick, who's your favorite Dortmund fan?
all of us.
Who's your favorite Tottenham fan?
Why you ask that question, man? Why?
Maurizio Pochettino in it, fella.
Oh, brother.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm gonna be careful here.
Brother,
Brother, what's
Right.
that?
Hey, gotta be careful here. Everybody knows my secret now. Gotta be
Who's your
careful.
favorite? Patrick, who's your favorite fallen?
Everybody knows
Who's
my
your favorite
secret.
fallen angel?
Careful here.
Who's your favorite
Not
fallen
Michelle.
angel?
Yo, Fats, Viva Ross Barkley.
Hey, gotta be careful.
Hey, Ben ain't at the game tomorrow. You can sing that all you want.
Hey, maybe.
Big up to Vision 4K saying, I beg just get Palmer some Vicks. Hashtag we're going to be okay. Hashtag come on you Blues. Yeah. Poch will have him
I
doing
bet you
shuttle
he
runs
plays.
all day.
I bet you he
He'll be
plays,
fine.
bro. I really like. I bet you either one of the two play in the end. One of the two.
I
Yeah.
feel like he kind of has to play. So I hear it. Like we our only hope of winning is him. Our manager said it.
That man is
PMP.
that is a Caribbean.
He got like
man.
40% of
You
our
already know
goals.
he's on the home remedies. We need
Yes.
Mama Palmer to or Grandma Palmer. We need
Oh,
Nana
by the way,
Palmer
I'm going to give
to
you
pull
a
up.
heads up because no
Go
one
and cook him up that special stew, bro.
Facts.
Hey,
That
don't
nasty
watch the
smoothie,
show,
whatever the
Baby
hell they be
Raisin.
putting in
It
that
is
junk.
messed
Palmer
up
is okay.
different
Look at
level,
that.
mate.
That's Palmer there. He's okay. He's not ill.
What, in training?
Yeah, that's Palmer there.
No, they said he wasn't even in training. The lies have begun.
They're lies, man. They're
The
lying.
lies.
What the hell?
What if
bro?
it's
Was that-
Potts
yeah.
trying to get because there's certain scenarios in like sports where this happens all the time.
No, not
Where-
certain scenarios. Potch has proved to be a liar before matches.
No. Listen to what I'm trying to say. What if he's trying to just lie on purpose though? So like Arteta tries to like overthink what we're going to end up doing for
Potch
during
is-
the night.
Yeah, Potch constantly does this.
Like he
Potch
lies on
constantly-
purpose. He lies on purpose. So like the other manager thinks that, oh, we're not going to run our game through Palmer
Yeah.
tomorrow because he's out sick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right before the Man City
I mean,
game,
I
was
hope
there
so.
talk about Enzo not making it? Like there was
Yeah,
talk- there was
Yeah,
talk
but
about
if
Caicedo
I was
not making
Arteta,
it.
if I was Arteta and I saw that news, I would still think that Poch would play Palmer anyway. Because
Right.
Enzo has a hernia apparently, and he's still been playing games.
He's still
So-
been playing,
Right.
yeah.
I wouldn't overthink.
I mean,
if I'm Arteta, don't
but-
overthink this.
Here's the thing though, right? Here's the thing. It like this is that's easier for you to say. He's a Pep prodigy. They always overthink these kind of scenarios, especially against us.
That's true. He's a son of Pep.
So it's like but the the big thing that I'm trying to think of is like he's gonna try to play his style of play regardless, but like how he defends us will determine on who's on the pitch. So it's like even if like with the big thing you got to understand, the thing that I'm thinking of is like when Sterling had a sickness a couple days ago and he didn't come to play against Everton. Like that's like you can't actually know, you know what I mean? Like you actually can't know. It's like really just tough to say in total.
Guess we
I'm
just ain't gonna know until we see who's traveling with the squad tomorrow. That'll give us a little bit of an idea. Even then, it will only just be a little bit. I hope he's fit, because if he ain't fit, I don't know who we can really rely on this game other than individual moments, and we're losing two of the best individual players. So feels a bit bleak. Does feel a little bit bleak. Underdog mentality, though. Big up to Yerp saying maturing is realizing Lukaku is better than Osimhen. I don't watch enough of Osimhen to even have that argument. But...
No, we're not, guys. We're not doing this. Stop. No.
Fair enough. You watch enough of him.
This is like a subject. This is a subject that's gonna really upset Prime. Like if you talk about you say these shits.
But Prime, you better be able to wear that shit like a fucking like a championship ring. You better be ready to wear that shit like a championship ring if he does flop, because you're gonna be like Lewis with Lukaku. So you better be ready to hold that shit.
Constantly apologizing. Again, I'm sorry.
Listen. They're like.
Well,
you mean if he flops at Chelsea?
None of that backtracking you do, bro, because you love that.
Do you mean if he flops at Chelsea or if he goes to Arsenal and flops?
If he flops in general, if I think it's gonna be the play style in the league that'll flop him, not the team.
Lukaku give Lewis.
No, I think he can. No, I disagree with you. I think he can handle the league. I think it's the team's play style that will hold him back.
Yeah.
It depends on what team he goes to, really. Is my opinion. I don't think he works. I don't think he works at Arsenal. I don't think he works in that rigid style of play. That it just is such a rigid style of play. Like I don't think that a striker of his qualities and the type of player that he is really works. And other than like the crossing ability, him in the air, right? Like that's the one thing that I could see working for him at Arsenal.
Until we get a manager, like we shouldn't. Or until we know who our manager is next season, let me say, I don't think we should get Osimhen yet.
Nah, but like everyone keeps on saying like Lukaku's like if this whole thing with Lukaku, but like if you put it into perspective, if Lukaku was on our team right now, he'd be on 15 to 20 goals. Let's just be real, guys.
The only reason
he's not a bad player, dude.
The only reason why they compare it with Lukaku,
he'd be on 15 to 20 goals, guys. He would be on 15 to 20 goals.
The only reason why they compare him with Lukaku, it's like. It's a stupid comparison. They both played in this area. They both banged goals, and they're both black. Like it's a stupid comparison to make. But Osimhen is a superior footballer to Lukaku. If you've watched both, and I've watched both for a very long time, Osimhen's superior to Lukaku as a footballer. So,
what else is that? No, that's all from the Super.
You have to remember Lukaku did win a Champions League with Man City.
This guy.
For Man City, you mean?
Yeah, no. Lukaku did win a Champions League with Man City.
Fucking hell, bruv. Yeah, he's actually a UCL winner, to be fair. He won with us in 2012. Although he didn't want to touch the trophy for anything.
All right. Here's my problem with the way that people talk about this Osimhen situation. Okay.
Osimhen.
Who the fuck? Who are you planning on going to get then? Everyone wants to complain about the options, but when they complain about the options, they don't have anybody else to talk about. Everyone wants to talk about it. They have OCM is this or OCM is that. Who are you going to bring in? Because we need a fucking striker. So if you guys want to sit in the chat and talk about this guy's shit and this guy's shit, you guys better have some other fucking answers. Because otherwise you don't have a place in this. Jermaine Defoe.
These guys are stupid. They want Gyökeres, who looks good, but he's only had one season. They want Benjamin Sesko, who is not better than Jackson. Who do you want? Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
Who's been benched on Brighton and Brentford. He was benched the last 2 weeks for Brentford. Benched. Yeah. And Brentford got dubs.
No, they're on to their next English love.
I'm just saying, man. You guys keep on wanting to talk about these guys. Oh, we're gonna go to Tony. What has Tony done this year, guys?
No, they want Watkins. They want Ollie.
Ollie Watkins. Who has had An absolutely awful career until this year. Awful career until this year. He was awful until this year.
Same as Solanke as well.
Wait, hold on. Dag,
So,
why would people come
give
for
me an
for
answer.
Osimhen props?
Say it
It would
again.
have just been Tony and Gyökeres, but I haven't watched enough Gyökeres either.
Dag, why would people come at me?
This guy says
No,
Gyökeres.
it's about.
If we signed Gyökeres last year from Coventry, what were you guys going to say about that kid, that guy?
Yeah, exactly.
What were
didn't
you
even
going to
know he
say
was
about
last
him?
year.
What were you going to say if we bought him from Coventry last year? What were you guys going to say? Oh, championship striker, he ain't going to be able to do anything. It's just all the revisionism of 1 year you guys are acting. 1 year.
No, I didn't know who he was
the
last
best striker in the world. Just last year, Victor Osimhen was the best striker in the world next to Erling Haaland. Just last year. They
No, I'm not against the
still scored.
Osimhen transfer. I'm only just saying if we're looking at cheaper alternatives.
Lewis, for you, I understand where your vision is. I'm talking about the chat, the way that the chat's talking about this Osimhen situation.
Yeah, but Joey, here's
I
the
understand
thing,
where your
But
situation.
Joey,
is.
here's the thing. Chelsea fans will say to me that we spent 100 mil on a striker before in Lukaku, it didn't work. Don't get Osimhen. Fine. Who should we get? Get a cheaper target a cheaper striker that we can build and develop. We have that in Nicholas Jackson, and you guys don't want him to be our first choice. So what do you want us to do?
They don't know what they want, bro. There isn't an answer to what they actually want. That's the real thing. There isn't an actually answer.
Benjamin Sesko will cost a lot of money for one, and two.
No, Benjamin Sesko is 50 million. Okay, he's 50 million. All right,
that's a lot of money.
He's 50 million. Benjamin Sesko. How many goals has he scored outside of Austria?
Well, even still, Joey, Benjamin Sesko, 50 mil is a lot of money, and he's not better than Jackson.
No.
So what are we doing?
I mean, I would say they're about at the same level of striker at this current moment, dude.
And so why? And the thing is, we don't know. Gyökeres exploded this year, and he was in the championship last year. How do we know Jackson won't do the same thing next season?
Well, the other thing is like what the big thing with Gyökeres is this, right? If we signed him last year, okay, if we signed him from Coventry last year for 20 million, right? This fan base would have had a goddamn aneurysm over the fact that we signed a guy from the championship. Like, they would have had an aneurysm, bro. They would have been there would have been strokes across strokes being had across Twitter. Every single person would have had a stroke over the fact that we signed a 26-year-old from frickin' the championship.
If it had been just him, I agree.
I mean, so Dag, if we had Jackson and Gyökeres at this exact moment, what's the answer? How are you?
No, I'm saying I don't.
How are you responding to it?
I don't think the fan base would be up in arms as they would have been had it just been Gyökeres. So I'm agreeing with you.
It's just,
to me, it's just.
Well, he would have cost 20 million back then. Now he's going to cost 75.
Right.
Now he's going to cost us 75. Okay. I just saw a number for Dusan Vlahovic for 50 million. That's another option that
and also,
it's another
Joey,
option that you guys are going to, what are you going to say?
What people
the criticism is linked to the price.
When you consider how
always, Nathan, always. That's why they criticize Caicedo. It's because of the price.
That's why they criticize Enzo as well.
People don't factor in how we've been this season under Pochettino. Why do you guys think if we had bought, say, Gyökeres last summer or whoever, that they would have done any better than Jackson? Or they would have done much better than Jackson?
We said Gilchrist.
Yeah,
Gyökeres.
I keep on hearing Gyökeres too when people say his name.
Well, his name is actually Gyökeres, is how you say it in Greek, but everyone says Gyökeres.
Is it Greek?
Yeah, he's Greek.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Gyökeres.
The guy's an awesome striker, by the way. Like I don't want to take anything away from the guy, but the fact of the matter is this: how are you guys looking at Victor Osimhen differently than this guy? I don't really get it. Like, how do you really like? He's had one good season in a major league. What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Just because he's had a better season. That's it. That's the only difference. Gyökeres has had a better season.
What's the difference between Gyökeres and Osimhen is what you're saying? Or
yeah, like if you're looking at their resumes, right? What's the difference?
Between Victor Osimhen and
Gyökeres. And Victor Gyökeres. Yep. What's the difference?
Osimhen has
been playing at a higher level for much longer.
He has more experience. Way more experience.
Why is it that now Gyökeres is more people's number one option towards it?
Because Osimhen plays in the Serie A. Because Joey, you know what it is? Because people who have not watched Osimhen, they looked at that AFCON final and judged him off of it. That's why.
That's part of it.
Yeah, to be fair, his stocks crashed after that.
I was watching the timeline during the final and the semi-final.
I thought I was hearing Joey wrong. I was like, yeah, no. Victor Osimhen is a better player.
People have not watched him. People have not watched him. And this goes back to what
all we're saying. That's all I'm saying, guys. I get it. I get it that he's more expensive.
Hold on, let me land.
I get it that he's more expensive.
This goes back to what Lee Connor has been saying, and I've always said, people don't actually watch these guys. They don't watch foreign players. All they'll see is when they play in a big game or any comps that go out on the time. If this was last summer and we put 100 mil and bought Osimhen, no one would be complaining. Because you know why?
Yep.
He had just won the Serie A. He's African's best player in Africa, etc. No one would be complaining. But fast forward a year,
they'll still complain.
They'll still complain. We talked about getting Osimhen. We talked about getting Osimhen in the summer. This is after we spent all the money that we're about to spend, and the whole thing was like, yo, we can't spend that much money on him. He's not that good. The complaint is still there, even though he just came off that season that he just came off. The complaint was still there. Like, how can we spend that money on this kind of player? Because he's not a comps player. He doesn't look the part to them when they watch him on comps or when they watch him on highlights. I've watched Osimhen for several full games. He's a handful. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And he's playing a Napoli team currently that isn't creating shit. And he still has like 12, 13, and 20 in 21 games, right? With injuries. Like, this guy's a bagsman. But the reality is this: certain players suit. I don't know, because some people are telling me, yo, you know, Jackson has all the gameplay, all these other things set. All you need to do is teach him how to finish. Listen, man, I don't know.
There's more to it than that, though. There's way more to it than teaching someone how to finish. It's you have to have composure. Like, composure is not something you can teach. Composure is not something you can teach.
It's instinct, right?
Exactly.
Knowing where the ball is going to land and you're there before it lands there. Knowing how to hit it to get to a certain spot. Having different finishes in your fucking locker. Even trying things that we might find crazy, but only a striker will try to shoot that. For every striker that we've had or we've seen, they score some crazy goals, some crazy angles. And it's like, why would you even shoot that? But they shoot it and it fucking goes in. That's something that you can't just teach somebody for 6 months or 2 months during the fucking summer and say, hey, guy, if you learn this next year, you're going to score. You know, no, even if he scores 20 goals, he's still not going to be a striker. I'm sorry. Like, Sterling was scoring goals for City. He's still not a finisher. He's just not. It's just a difference.
A good example.
So it's like you can get how many goals you want to get, but you're not a finisher, buddy. It's not. Tap into the back post, it's cool, but strikers score different kinds of goals. And this guy, when he ran past those two players, empty goal, didn't even try to shoot. Fucking, if you miss, you miss. He didn't even try to shoot.
That's the thing. Do we really consider Jackson to be a striker, though? That's the thing. Like,
I've been saying it from the beginning. I've been saying it from the beginning. He's more of a winger, inside forward winger.
Surfer's been saying that you should look at Jackson how we looked at Solomon Kalou.
I love that. I love that example. I love that example.
This guy's not a. Listen,
I love that example of him.
You know, you can play him on the right, off the left, maybe second striker, but as your main striker, come on, my nigga, like it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen ever.
I'm looking at him like he don't have the instinct of a striker. That's why he did what he did against Ortega.
He doesn't. But however, if you play Jackson with a goal scorer, it works perfectly. We've seen it this season, by the way.
He's link-up play.
We've seen how Jackson has linked up and provided assists for Sterling, and Sterling's
And
not
not
the most
only that,
technical player.
how many times have we been in a scenario where Jackson beats his man, goes down to the wing, and hits the ball inside, and there is absolutely no one in vicinity for him? How many times has that happened this year? It's happened. You can't even count on your hands how many times it's happened. The kid plays like a winger, especially in this league. He plays like a winger.
Dribbles, everything. That's a classic winger player.
Yep.
That's what he's been all his career.
Even when Jackson was at Villarreal, he played in the front too. Like he's used, like, yeah.
Him next to Gerard Moreno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy just started playing as a central striker, lone striker, maybe for a year.
Bro,
2 years.
Joey, did you watch
Prior to
AFCON,
that,
right?
he was off the wing. So come on.
Yeah, it was 10 games. It was 10 games.
Oh, did you watch the Nigerian games?
Who?
Did you watch any of Nigeria's games?
Of course, I watched the Nigeria's game.
Yeah.
I don't miss many of Victor's games, to be honest. I missed probably like 5 or 6 total.
You know who Victor could have used that AFCON up top with him? Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah. I thought they were going to put Lookman closer to him in the game, but that was just
kept looking that wide. But yeah, man, just
No,
get like,
if we had you had hoofball all throughout that fucking tournament when I was watching our team play, and it was just disgusting because he wasn't getting any fucking service at all. But then again, it's like
he was still. I would say he was still
he was the best player in the tournament.
Listen,
he
was the best player in the tournament outside of Lookman.
Off the ball, the way he was creating, like the goals Lookman was scoring, he was creating them.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like that he didn't want to take penalties. I don't like that. You should want to take those penalties and be the guy to take the penalties.
Yeah,
but he doesn't like taking penalties.
I wonder why.
I don't know why that is.
I want to know the reason why he didn't take those 2 pens. I'll be wrong.
That's curious to me because I thought it was more a thing where, like, the manager just picked the guy, not necessarily.
I see it was like captain
Victor's option.
You know,
the manager wouldn't pick anybody else if Victor said he wanted it.
True,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
Osimhen is a team player, so he's not gonna start kicking up a fuss.
He wouldn't, but nobody would kick up a fuss against him if he says he wants it. He's the best.
Yeah, exactly.
By far,
That's true.
The best player, the most pedigree. It's not even close. So it's like if he wanted to take it, he would take it. It's a slight thing. It doesn't really matter. But he was getting 5-2 touches the whole game. In that, and it's not like Nigeria was dominating the ball. If you watch the final, we sat back the entire game. Just sat. They said, "No, we're not going forward."
Nice thing, Daniel, is he won't have to take penalties for us.
Exactly. We've got Cole Palmer.
At least we know he won't fight for it and start and cause a whole scene. But
bro, Osimhen is the epitome of the sort of players we should be targeting this summer. Experience, leadership. We need, bro. I just want. All I want is my apologies.
It looks like he's the #1 target, to be fair. So
I
it looks
want my
like
apologies from people when he bans, man. That's all I want. I want my apologies.
He's the #1 target for a lot of teams, I feel like, and we're gonna have. I mean, I'm really.
It's just 2 of us. It's just 2 of us. It's just PSG and us.
Yeah, mainly because with PSG, they've already done our Jackson thing when they went to get Colomboani and all these type of niggas, and they realized, listen, man, shit not working. Like Mbappe, their attack right now is Mbappe, Dembele or bust. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Right? Dembele has to create, Mbappe has to score. Their strikers, Ramos and Colomboani, these kind of guys, they're not doing anything for them. So they're looking for a center forward right now to go out and get somebody, and they have the money. Mbappe's leaving, that's saving them like $5 million a fucking month in wages. You know what I'm saying? So that's an easy come up. They can pay the money and get him if they want to get him. We just have to provide.
Here's the only thing about that.
We can challenge.
Here's the only thing about that, Daniel. They haven't actually paid for Goncalo Ramos yet. He was on loan. And they still owe $80 million.
It's an obligation, though, isn't it?
Oh, fuck you know.
Yep, they have to pay $80 million for Goncalo Ramos this summer. Yeah, so, to pay, they have to either pay Goncalo Ramos. They're going to pay Goncalo Ramos, and then they would have to sell Colomboani to get Victor in that case.
Yeah.
They'll do it, bro.
They won't do it. He's not. They'll do it.
They'll do it. They'll do it. They're desperate right now. Mbappe's leaving. They gotta do something.
Fendi, Mendy, and the all right, go.
Oh no.
Mbappe's leaving. They gotta do something to change that. You know what I mean? So
I love the way I'm man.
Oh, bro, big up guy, yeah, man.
Oh, Lautaro! No fucking way!
Well, good goal.
No, he missed the open goal.
Oh wow.
What people were telling me, but Lautaro's better than Osimhen.
Yo, somebody please look at this. How do you even do that?
we could talk about Osimhen.
How do you even do that?
We could talk about Osimhen in the
I'm meant to be leaving. I'm
AFCON
gonna
and
reel
all
up the
that.
AC Milan derby.
But nobody talks about.
You gotta head out, Lewis.
Lautaro.
Yeah, in a minute or two, I gotta head out. It's my mate's birthday.
Daniel, I told people about Lautaro.
Every big state Lautaro's flopped.
Bro, I told people about
we
Lautaro.
Oh my goodness.
On him as well.
Bro, when I told people about Lautaro on the national stage, people replied to me and said, Osimhen flopped in the AFCON final. What we doing? Like,
bro,
that is mental.
He was the thing is, the problem with that statement is he was still the best player in that tournament. Like, as much as you want to, like, in the final, he wasn't that good. He was the best player in that tournament.
Fire. People watched him.
I mean, I watched him. I watched.
Did anybody
three out of the 4 games
in the World Cup final? Anyone watch that gameplay?
He's a bum.
This nigga was trying to sabotage Messi again.
Yeah.
Again, not the first time he's flopped and at the international stage, Lautaro.
These guys niggas flop every time. We give him a chance. No, if we sign him, he'll do this year. All this magical shit. But a player who's done it on a consistent basis.
All I've been trying to say,
we can't sign.
Only thing I'm trying to say, guys, is the only thing I'm trying to say is the best option out there is Victor Osimhen. That's the one thing that I've been trying to make sure people understand. He is the best option that is currently out there.
Nick, you got to learn to say his name, or Joey, you got to learn to say his name right before he gets here.
No,
that's fine.
No, that's cool. Listen, Joey's been rapping them, so that's fine. He can get away with that.
I've been rapping him since 2 years ago, 3 years ago now.
All you other guys, though, you're on notice.
Well, yeah, send me.
I was on the fence.
Victor, send me like a voice note on how to pronounce it, so I won't get it wrong next time.
No, it's Osimhen. It's not hard. You just got to read it.
Osimhen.
Right, I'm just gonna run through these super chats quickly. Big up to Kuto saying I want a Penda. That's another one for me to do my research into. Jokeles is a Hungarian surname. Just saying from Bence. Big up to Bence. We'll take your word for it. Big up to Adam saying I agree about 1 year hype totally, but trust me, I'm watching Osimhen since Lille, and he is what we need. OMG, trust me.
Lewis,
fair enough.
2019, 2020, I was telling Chelsea fans this Victor Osimhen, we should buy. He is better than Tammy Abraham. Chelsea fan wanted to tell me Tammy's clear. He's the next job. I've been repping Osimhen for years, 4 years.
That means you're definitely getting Osimhen 9 shot.
Oh, definitely, bro.
And you can get that from JSFC. The link is in the description below. Use the code CarefreeLewis for 10% at checkout. Up the Chelsea.
That'll be the first Chelsea player I've ever got on my jersey.
Damn. Should get yourself a Mikel shot. Big up to Ian saying, don't worry, guys. Osimhen will join us this summer. We just need to raise money from sales, etc. Matson, Hall, 35 million already in the bank. Broya, Chalobah, Gallagher. Remember, he has made his decision already. Drogba and Mikel, thank you. Well, they better not be lying to us. That's the first thing. They better not be lying to us. But it does seem like all roads are leading to Osimhen. Right? It does feel like he's the one that is going to end up at Chelsea, just based off the way the sources have been moving over the last few months.
And Lewis, that a lot of these sources have also you've seen a lot of PSG moving in different directions, looking at other players as well. It's not just like they're looking for strikers. They're actually looking for wingers now. Like they're out there looking for other wingers to complement with Dembouz.
Yeah.
Okay, that's another thing leading to it. Okay, cool. Bless for that, man. Big up to Paul. Last super chat saying, can we just end Arsenal season? It would be nice. It would be nice. I just don't really believe we're gonna win, but like we will see. We'll see. Crazier things have happened in the Premier League. Plus, Arsenal are the more tired team.
I'll take a draw.
Yeah, I'll take a draw and run.
I'll take a draw for sure.
I'll take a draw. Like,
hey, this is the only game appropriate to play for the.
Rafael Leao
Yeah.
just took the nastiest
Yeah.
shot I've ever seen in my life. That was fucking
Okay.
disgusting.
all right, I'm gonna turn that game on now. I'm gonna turn that game on now.
Yeah, feel on Robbie, why not?
Well, you man, I'm gonna have to wrap up the stream anyway because my mate's birthday, so I do have to bounce.
Enjoy,
but big up to
Lewis,
everybody
enjoy.
that's locked in.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Everybody's heading over to Northside LDN. Said everybody head over there immediately. I'm gonna see if I can get troops on for a preview just before I leave for Arsenal tomorrow. But we will be here for a review. Win, lose or draw, 11 p.m. We will be here, and we will be either cooking or being cooked. One or the other. So we'll see what happens.
Hey, Oshiman, come back, come home, bro.
Yeah, I don't mind late night kickoffs. Like, it's more time for me to drink. So big up. But yeah, everyone hit the like button, subscribe. Be back tomorrow and up the Chelsea. Pot